Am I on the radio?
Jiggles, what's happening?
Jiggles? Hello?
What?
I guess I'm
What is
supposed to
happening?
say, what it do?
Yeah, why are you hoid?
I can't hear you.
I can't hear you. Oh,
There you go.
Hey!
There you go.
So nothing we said mattered before that?
Oh, no, mine mattered.
Oh, mine did not.
Yours didn't because your
You
mic
both
was on.
matter.
But I had the red.
Okay,
I
look.
had the red light on.
Here's the thing. A little clunky start.
Little rough out of the gates.
Here's what's going on.
Yeah.
We've got Oregon baseball playing over. We're a global sports radio network.
Yes.
Okay, and when you have a global sports radio network, you may have double audio sometimes. That's what they say about global sports radio networks. And so what we have is we have the Ducks game going on over on one of our other global stations.
Yes.
And it's not playing here, but it wants to.
Yes. It
So-
desperately wants to. Ducks baseball is demanding
Yeah.
a FM audience. And apparently when that happens, you can't hear us on the FM dial. So those of you texting in right now saying, I can't hear anything, I demand a refund, you guys off the air.
Refund? You don't pay for this.
I'm getting dead air. We're aware. All right, we're working on it.
Are we?
Well, I don't know.
I'm not.
Steven sent me a text saying major issues, we're working on it. And I was like, well, all right.
Well, he sent a text to both of us,
Yeah.
and he said, let me read you exactly what has happened here. Here we go on the fan sports talk on that.
Bloop, bloop,
And
bloop, fan.
sports. I love sports.
Sports.
Massive stream issues.
Yeah.
They're working through it. I'll do my best to work around it. I have no idea what that means.
Nor do I.
Like to you and I, that's like, well, I don't care.
No.
I'm just gonna dance like the monkey that I am.
Yeah. But it does affect us.
But it does
Yeah,
affect us
yeah.
because now we're hearing double audio.
Turns out it does affect, and it probably won't be the last time.
I don't
that
know
you
if
hear-
I'm going to be putting on this headset ever again.
We will hear more double audio, I'm guessing. Looking at the sheer panic on Stephen Vaughn's face, I don't
Yeah.
think that's the first time that's
Well,
happened today, and it's
listen.
not going to be the last.
Stephen Vaughn gave up 4 runs in the first inning.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, his bullpen session was outstanding because he had a great plan
Yeah.
to circumvent these issues.
Mm-hmm.
Way better than Lowercase's plan. But then again, Stephen's a veteran.
Yes. Lowercase is a wily rookie.
That's right.
Yeah. He's just in
So
there.
Lowercase was a little wide-eyed.
He doesn't even know. He's just out there, he's out there tossing salad.
But Steven was in the bullpen. He's like, I got this. Here's what I'm going to do. And that it's not worth going into, but I was like, wow, that's a really good solution.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then he sits down and throws his first pitch. All hell breaks loose.
Yeah.
A guy hits a dinger. Another guy gets beaned. The third guy gets a double. Now he's got second and third. He doesn't know which way's up.
I don't know if you
He
have.
just said he points at us and says, "Just go,
It's
just
not how
go."
you start, it's how you finish, right, guys?
That's right.
That's right.
I don't know if you have this because you're actually a good golfer, but the better my range session is, the worse it will be out on the golf course. I'll go out and, again, my goal, break 90. Shooting the 80s, it's a good day. If I go out and have like a 30-minute range session where everything is dialed in, I know that day we're shooting 101. It's the worst feeling in the world thinking that you're locked in, and then the course will humble you. That's what happened. Steven came in a little cocky. He had a plan. Felt good on the range. Nope. First one, shanked it into the woods. Bet you $1,000 you missed this putt. Sure enough, missed the putt.
Yeah, like I said, he had a good bullpen,
Yeah.
but things got haywire. So he's now trying to recoup. He got out of the first, minimal damage, and we'll see how he does the rest of the game.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I don't know.
Well,
I just kind of want to watch golf.
yeah. What is happening right now?
Oh, the Genesis.
Oh, for God's sakes,
Yeah.
the Genesis. You
It's
don't
a big one.
You don't watch women's freestyle skiing?
No, but I did watch the women's hockey
That was dynamite again.
game.
Oh, white knuckle. Another OT.
Let's see if this works. Are you ready?
Yeah.
USA! USA! USA!
Yeah,
That was awesome.
USA was a monster favorite, and the Great White North was taking it to us 1-0 for the entire game.
It was a great game.
And then we score with like a minute and a half left, pulled the goalie, and we go to OT.
I'm such a candy ass. Yesterday I was talking about betting on Team USA.
Yes.
And I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah.
Because they were huge favorites. But we kind of came to the conclusion, it's like, don't count out Canada. It's their sport, you know?
Yes.
Gold medal game. And Canada played great.
Mm-hmm.
But I pulled up the live line because I caught it like I saw it was 1-0. I got home. I sat down. I'm like, oh, I got to turn this game on here. It's for the gold.
Yeah.
The gold, as some would say. And I just for the hell of it, I'm like, I wonder what the live line is here.
Mm-hmm.
And I pulled it up, and USA down 1-0 in the late in the second was plus 160.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, ooh, that's juicy.
Mm-hmm.
But if they don't score for a while, it's going to get juicier.
Sure.
Because I still think they're going to win. They're only one goal down. It's like they're going to win. And the one goal was a shorthanded goal, and it was like, it's like, all right, they're going to win.
Yeah.
So I get to the almost late second, and I'm about to pull the trigger at plus 245.
Okay.
Okay.
You're feeling pretty good.
Well, no, I'm not.
No?
Because no, but I just like the number.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's worth a flyer.
And you said you were confident they were going to win.
Well, I thought they were going to win, so I was like, I like that number. I'm like, let's see if we can get a steal a little plus money win today to start off our day. Well, then the power play. We got a penalty. And some woman, I called ICE. I was like, look, this woman needs to be deported. You can't be doing that with 5 minutes left in the game. This is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Hell, I wanted the whole team deported.
Yeah.
So it called me off the ball. I was like, power play.
You got a little scared. It was a bad penalty too.
I got
it was
scared.
Like, in women's hockey, you can't go driving into the boards like that.
So then I'm like, well, that ship has sailed because I didn't even see what it jumped up to for the power play. But I'm like, too risky. I'm out.
Yeah.
Well, they survived the power play, and like 2 minutes later, they score a goal to tie it. I'm like, there's no way they lose now.
Yeah. And when you watched it, once they scored that goal, and I had that feeling, the power play, the kill on the penalty, that was the game. Because it felt like after that, Team Canada wasn't trying to win anymore. They were just holding on. You could see it. The U.S. was really putting the pressure, and Canada was playing not to lose. And every time that happens, it's only a matter of time. And when they scored that goal, the ice completely tilted at that point. And the U.S. with all the open ice.
Wait, you mean like literally?
Literally tilted. And then on the open ice with the reduction in overtime, the amount of players, the U.S. was just faster. So that one broke the spirit. I almost felt bad for Canada, but hey, USA.
Well, I feel bad for Canada, but they played great.
It's their sport, and they were massive underdogs. And to be a minute and a half away from winning that goal, and then having it slip away.
You mean winning the game?
Yeah.
I don't think you win a goal.
Well, gold.
Oh, gold. I thought you said goal.
Gold.
Like, wow.
And or achieving your goal, if you will.
I hate to say it, but I told you, Rob, take Canada plus 1.5 at plus money.
Yeah, you did.
You would have won both.
You did. You're right. I could have doubled up.
What are we doing here?
Well, we're not betting on Olympic hockey. That's what we're not doing.
Fair enough.
Shame
Sorry.
on-
In the end, I'm like, I don't
Shame
need to
on
be
you.
betting on women's.
Are you
hockey.
even American or what?
Do you have any American pride whatsoever?
I was rooting for my girls.
I will say I like the U.S. women's team better than I do the U.S. men's team because I don't really
Why?
know a whole lot about the women's team other than like the vignettes they show me, and it's been kind of fun. They got, like I said, they got the goalie that just reviews Caesar salads. So all the human pieces that they do, like during the Olympic coverage, make you want to like the U.S. women's team. Like no one's ever like, here's a piece on a U.S. Olympian and they're a real piece of crap. Right? Everything is very uplifting. It's very positive. I like those. But I know too much about the men's team because they're all NHL players, and a lot of those players I don't like, including the Kachuk brothers, who I just despise. And so it's a lot easier for me to embrace the women's team than it is the men's.
Okay. Well,
so
you still better root for our boys.
I found myself very much rooting for the U.S. women. If it comes down to the U.S. and Canada in the gold medal game, and I hope it does,
it should.
I will be conflicted. I was conflicted during the Four Nations tournament.
Wow.
Yeah.
Commie.
Yeah. I like the Canadian team way more than I do the U.S. team.
Well, I learned something the other night watching Iowa State play in basketball, men's basketball.
Yes.
Now, they're not in the Olympics.
No, they are not.
Okay. But their game against Houston, I was watching them, and I learned that Heisey, the kid for Iowa State, who hit a huge three to help them win that game, he is the brother of Heisey on the U.S. women's hockey team.
Oh.
So a wonderful little 3-day stretch, 4-day stretch, 5-day stretch for the Heisey family.
Interesting.
Shout out to the Heiseys.
I didn't know that.
She wins gold, and he beats Houston with a dagger 3.
That is a tasty little
Great little family.
Great little family.
Great little family.
You know what else I learned watching the Big 12 last night is the best player in the country on Kansas continues to be a giant bitch.
Yeah, we got a whole thing on that today.
Yeah,
we'll get to that.
That's not good.
Yeah, I did see BYU lost again though.
Yeah,
So is that something we need to? Should we?
Well, at this point, can we just
They're just not very good.
Yeah.
Or? I mean, they got DeBonsa, but that's about it.
Look, at the beginning of the year, there may have been someone here on the show saying
yeah,
that we ran the Big 12.
You were a little cocky.
A little cocky.
I mean, you were talking about being a basketball. Are you a basketball school or are you just a rapey football school? Oh,
yeah. It's not been a great. It's not been a great couple of weeks.
Went there.
Yeah, you went there. It's not been a great couple of weeks. It's like a little rough.
I mean, what is that about?
Well, when your best receiver is arrested for rape, that's not good.
Haven't they had? Well, no, they didn't. They had the quarterback guy. But that one wasn't legit, right?
No, it sounds like that was kind of a spurned sort of
scorned lover.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, we got a new one now.
Scorned lover.
Yeah, what?
They have a new rape one.
Well, I know.
Yeah,
That's what we were talking
no,
about.
this isn't scorned. This is he's been arrested and been charged.
Yeah. Thanks for paying attention.
I know, I was.
The BYU.
I'll be back.
Bye.
Their quarterback. It sounds like there was someone that just had an axe to grind and. Unfortunately, because at BYU, if you get accused and then you admit that you had sexual relations with her, but it was consensual, you still get booted. So that's kind of a weird thing. And the moment he admitted to it, the sex, not the rape, she dropped all the charges. And then the rumor was that she was just pissed and wanted a pound of flesh. Their best receiver, he has been charged with rape and has been arrested.
Is he in prison right now or jail?
He's been released on bond. But yeah, he did time in jail and he will face trial. And that one does not appear to be a bitter lover. That appears to be a girl who says she was raped and is willing to testify to it. So not a great run these last couple of weeks, which is why I thought we were a basketball school, but it turns out we can't beat anyone good.
Probably better to have Darren Peterson problems, than your problems.
Yeah.
But yes, we have a whole seggy today on that candy ass.
Yeah.
Who pulled himself from the game last night.
Dude, I've never seen
It's unbelievable.
I've never seen anything like it.
It's unbelievable.
Guy going off in the first half, hits a 3.
He had 20 points. Well, can we just
we'll
just
talk
do
about
a segment
We'll
on
do a segment. Yeah.
Now, let's go into command center with Vaughn Control.
Let's go see what's happening.
Come on, dude.
How's everything going in there?
Not great, Bob. If I pull up what's supposed to be pulled up, it is ESPN radio.
Okay.
So that's not even the Ducks game.
That's not even.
So I think we've gone backwards, I guess. I don't know. So
well, we are a global sports radio network.
So I'm scrambling here.
Okay. Are you ready for us to break, or should we bust into some
Hold on,
sports
let me
content?
get in position here.
Okay.
This is great.
Boxing him out.
I'm excited about this whole process.
Well, hey, the drops work. That's important.
That's really all that matters.
Yeah, that's all that matters. Okay, I am ready.
You are ready. Okay, and for those of you asking, I don't know how anyone's listening to us right now because apparently we're not on 105.1. Although I'm not sure about that, but some people are saying we're not. We're not on 1080. I don't know if we're on the stream.
We are on YouTube.
Okay, that's good.
Oh, there you go.
So however you are listening to us,
or not,
if there is a way that you cannot listen to us, just understand we're working on it.
Yeah.
Not necessarily me or Sukanik.
No.
But people.
I don't have the ability to work on this.
Where would you start?
I don't know. Honestly.
Would you just go in there and push buttons?
I think that would probably be. Like when you ever do that where you open up the hood of your car and you're like, I have an electric car. I've never once opened the hood of my car. I don't know what I would do.
That's exactly what I did. I just came in here and started pushing buttons.
Yeah.
And it all went to hell.
You know what I'd do?
You just open up and be like, I don't know, try this.
You know what my solution would be?
What you got?
I would play what the Lord wants us to play. And it sounds like the Lord wants us to play ESPN Radio right now.
I like that.
So I would just float that up,
let
the listeners enjoy whatever's on there, and go on my merry way, maybe even to a happy hour.
Well, you know what? Jesus is always the answer.
That's right.
When in doubt, it's what Jesus wants.
Now, we are told here that we are on 1080.
Yeah, yes. I got confirmation of that as well.
So we're supposed to be running the Ducks game, but we're not running the Ducks game. We're running us on 1080. We're running nothing on 105.1 The Fan.
And they want to run ESPN, but that shouldn't be running anywhere.
But we are on YouTube and the CW. So there you go.
So really, we're a TV show now.
Pretty much. Well, you're looking great today.
Yeah.
The white is really popping.
We're a TV podcast.
It really accentuates.
Do we even need the radio?
Whatever.
You know.
Yeah. And the app works. See,
the app is working. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good. Things are looking up. Steven's working on it. We're going to just keep dancing like monkeys. We will come back. We will talk about the new Ben Simmons. We will talk about the women's hockey team. We've got Doug Gottlieb audio. We've got Matt Ishbia weighing in on tanking. I mean, we've got a lot today, okay? And the Genesis Open, a hole-by-hole breakdown.
Can't wait.
Roy McIlroy, I believe, already in the lead. Just wanted you to know that.
The Genesis. It's here.
This is a big one.
Golf season's here. Is it big?
Yeah, this is a big one.
I don't think it
The
is.
Riviera.
Oh.
Yeah, you'd be lucky to play there. It's awesome.
Well, yes. I'd be lucky to.
No, you had a chance to play the Waste Management the other day.
That is true.
And you chose not to.
Well, it was like.
That wasn't even lucky.
That was a lot of money.
Yeah. The Riv?
It's a lot of money for me to play bad golf on that course.
All right, we'll take a break, and hopefully we will come back on 105.1 The Fan.
Dirt and Sprague.
All right, we are back. Stephen Vaughn has stabilized in the third inning. Still trails a couple runs, but he's found his fastball, and he's locating his off-speed stuff. Yeah. It's working okay.
We're going to get through this, guys.
I think he might even give us a quality start today.
We're going to hold hands and power through this.
We've got a lot going on.
Yeah.
Many of you can hear us on the stream. That's great. Everywhere else,
Yeah. Work in progress.
Well, the U.S. women's hockey team won the gold today, and it was awesome. It was a great game, and I loved it. I just wanted to say that.
Yes, hockey is by far my favorite part of the Winter Olympics. The women's hockey usually doesn't necessarily grab my attention. It certainly has this time around. This was the collision course, and despite being the massive favorite, you just had a feeling that this was going to be a good one, and it lived up to the billing. Had all kinds of drama to it, and that's
so is the
all
men's
you could ask.
Tomorrow?
No, we got I think the men's is Sunday, if I'm not mistaken.
Weekend, good.
I believe we've got, it's Sunday or Saturday. I'll take a look, because they still have to play.
Oh, they still have to play the semis.
They got to play the semis.
Yeah, that's right.
So.
The anti-Semites? Is that what you said?
No, they got to play the Semites, or the semis, or the Semites, the anti-Semites. Someone will play in the semis. So, yeah, we got one more to go. The U.S. and Canada are on track to play in the gold medal game, but they've got to get through one more team.
Yeah, all right. Well, the women rallied. They maintained their freedoms and win Olympic gold, and we're excited about that.
Yes.
Okay, now I'm waiting on some audio, but it's wild in the other room, so I'm just going to pivot to something completely different, okay? Because I don't have the new Ben Simmons audio. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's Bill Self.
Yes.
My guy, Bill Self.
Yes.
You're going to hear him talk about the new Ben Simmons, Darren Peterson.
Yeah.
But right now, we don't have that.
And by the way, I did want to confirm tomorrow the U.S. will play Slovakia.
What's the line?
Oh, I'm sure we're significant favorites, but I don't know exactly what the line is. And then Canada and Finland will play in the other semi, and then I would assume that the championship game is going to be on Sunday. I doubt that they will play back to back. Yep, gold medal game Sunday, 8:10 Eastern time.
Okay, I have the audio here, so we're gonna stick with the notes.
Okay,
and we were gonna go to Darren Peterson.
I was killing time there for
you. You were. Great penalty kill.
Thank you.
We survived.
Chewing clock.
Okay, so I've got some college basketball audio. Doug Gottlieb melts down again, and you're gonna hear that. Okay, yeah. Jace.
Yeah.
Ready for that? Yeah, I know you love him.
Hey, I think he's right around 500 this year, so I guess
no, he's above 500.
It's like a game or two, right?
Yeah, 15 and 13.
So it's getting better.
Yeah,
I suppose.
So last night we were leaving the airwaves, and BYU was down 7.5.
Yeah,
and we were going home in our cars to watch the second half.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I turned on the Kansas game.
Yeah.
Because I'm a Kansas fan.
Yes.
They were playing at Oklahoma State, and they won. And so I missed all of this. But I saw Darren Peterson's line. I'm like, wow, he's got 23 points. But once I turned it on, he was not in the game.
No.
I'm like, where is he hurt again? Does he have the flu again? Like, what the hell is going on with this kid?
He's played in about half of the games.
And so I didn't find out until after the game. They didn't really talk about it. Now I was flipping back and forth, BYU, Arizona, and BYU lost again. Yeah. I mean, I hate to bring that up again. Yeah.
I believe that's the fourth time. Would you like to point out that we really don't have a big win all year? Would you like to?
No, that was you saying that. No, it's only the second time, by the way, I pointed that out. But yeah, it was a good little game with Arizona, but the rally fell short.
Yeah.
So we find out after the game that Darren Peterson, the number one pick in the NBA draft, or probably not anymore.
He should be.
I don't know that he should.
From a talent standpoint, he is the best player in the country.
Oh, God. Myers Leonard wants to weigh in.
How about that?
That's a misfire, my bad. So, yeah, talent, he's great, but they're already starting. He's already starting to expose himself.
Yes.
And I would not be surprised if he does not go number one. DeBonsa is awesome.
Yeah.
And he's a guy that's going to change a franchise.
And he's reliable.
He's reliable. He wants to win. He wants to he's really athletic. Like the upside of DeBonsa is incredible. Darren Peterson's upside is through the roof, but he's a bonehead, and he doesn't seem to care about basketball and want to play. We've talked about this a million times. Okay, so it happened again last night. They're playing Oklahoma State. The guy scores 20 points in 18 minutes, hits a three early in the second half, turns to Bill Self and says, I want out.
Yeah. And they don't put him back in. He played 2 minutes in the second half. And then afterwards, Bill Self had to address it. And I'll tell you what.
Have you ever seen that?
No, never seen it. Never seen it. And they're calling it cramps, probably menstrual. I just can't. I can't fathom this. This is the damnedest thing I've ever. He is the best player in the country, and he appears to not want to play. Listening to Bill Self afterwards, it is.
Weird. Yeah, no, I've got it here.
Yeah.
But it's just a weird thing because it's like he does want to play, but only on his own terms.
Yes.
Like, and when he's in there, he's unbelievable.
Yes.
He scored 23 points in 18 minutes. He basically hit a three, and it was almost as if he said,
That's good
all
enough.
right, I've done everything I need to do here. I'm out for the rest of the game. So he's like, I don't know if he's preserving himself and he's making up injuries. I don't know what's happening with this kid. But it happened again, and now it's a real problem, and everybody sees it, and he may not go number one because of it. And I can't believe that. I can't believe he would keep doing it knowing that NBA teams are watching this, and everybody's talking about him now saying I wouldn't draft him number one.
And that's the weird part is this has become the number one story in college basketball. It really is. I mean, every morning show is talking about it. All the experts from ESPN, all the NBA guys are talking about it. Why, if you're so concerned about your NBA prospects, and apparently this guy's whole mission from day one was just get to the NBA, right? Get to the NBA. Take your NIL money, take your $5-6 million and get to the NBA. What sort of advice is he getting? How dumb is he and his advisors to seemingly actively tank his draft stock? Or is it just that they think he's that good that it doesn't matter?
Well, I think they think he's that good that it doesn't matter, and he may be.
Yeah.
They may be right.
Yeah, he may end up going number one overall just because he's that good.
Well, he may just ball out in the NCAA tournament
And be like, okay, there you go.
and be like, all right, now don't draft me number one.
Yeah.
And that may happen.
Yeah.
But, boy, it's getting weird because Bill Self doesn't really know what to do, and this is the best coach in the country.
Yes.
Here is what he said about it when asked after the game on The Fan.
Here.
Not working
Now.
in a stunning turn of events.
Maybe.
Hold on.
I've got the quote. You want me to play
No.
Bill Self?
He has a really strange cadence. He gets his Let me see if I can.
Apparently, Rob thinks he's Foghorn Leghorn.
Well, you should hear him, dude. He sounds like that. Okay, can you play this?
No, I just tried. Everything's frozen. Everything's
Nice.
frozen over here.
Nice.
That's good.
F me.
Hold on. Let me adjust.
I would play the Odyssey Station drop, but I can't.
An Odyssey station.
Oh, look at that.
We can. So we can play that, but we can't play the Bill Self audio?
Apparently. Answer that trivia or that
Everything's
riddle.
frozen.
All right, let's take a break. Okay, are you ready for a break?
No, because I gotta give an update, but I can't play anything.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and read as Bill Self. Let's see what you got.
I'm just going to read this and not attempt to be. We've had this
Well,
happen.
guys.
Well, guys.
guys.
We've had this happen more than a couple times. I'm going to put a Southern accent on this.
Well,
just
he
'cause
does have a little bit of a twang.
I didn't anticipate that all tonight. I thought he was good to go. We only got 18 minutes out of him. That's disappointing because he could have had a really big night. It's happened often enough that our guys have learned to play without him, even if that's not the way we want to play. He's now basically saying that his team just understands that they aren't going to be able to rely on him. And
Yeah.
like they won't say what's wrong with him other than
Well, nothing's wrong with him.
exactly.
It's because they know nothing's wrong with him.
It's
And
so
Self's got to play this game because he knows he needs him for the tournament.
yes.
So he's walking the tightrope.
Yeah.
Let me see if this one plays. Okay, it doesn't. I also have a clip of Seth Davis asking Bill Self about the flu game. And Bill's answer is just word salad, like I don't really know what to say.
Well, it's if he was really dealing with anything, because so far he's had what? He's had a hamstring problem, an ankle problem, a quad problem, cramping problems, a flu problem.
Yep.
If those were real and the kid was chipped up all the time, it's not that hard for a coach to simply say, dude, we're dealing with a lot of stuff, right? And we're kind of white knuckling it, but it's we're working through things. But the kid's a warrior and he's trying to play through this. But every time Bill Self is like, I don't know. I don't know. And then we had that weird situation where the guy got caught sending a text message basically saying what happened with the flu game, saying that Bill Self was like, dude, can you play or not? And Peterson was like, nah. And Bill's like, cool, whatever. Like, you can just tell that Bill Self wants to tell his best player to go to hell, but he can't. He's holding him hostage.
Well, he could, but it would end badly.
It would end badly.
So he's doing the best he can. Maybe, like I said, maybe he balls out in the tournament, but
he's at per 100 possessions. He's averaging 44 points a game.
Yeah, he is awesome. He scored 23 last night in 18 minutes.
Yeah. So he's averaging per 100 possessions 44, and his true shooting percentage is 63%. Like he's the best player in the country, and yet he's played about.
So what has
half.
he played? 12. I think they said 12 of 25 maybe games.
Yeah. He's played about. He's played less than half of their minutes.
Well, his ankle injury was legit.
Yeah,
we saw that roll.
Yeah,
that was a thing. Bill Self says the hamstring was legit. The flu, he ducks the question. That kind of wasn't, it sounds like.
Yeah.
And then the quad thing sounds kind of made up to like be like, oh, my arm, I gotta sit, So I don't know what he's doing, man. Apparently his family is a big problem. His family's very in on his goings on and advising him. Whoever's advising him is a moron. I can tell you that.
But and this goes to show you from who's the Tennessee quarterback, Nico whatever,
Iamaleava.
There you go. Iamaleava. From him.
Close enough,
right? Nico. All of these guys, to Damon Williams, the one thing we do know about this NIL world is the amount of cooks in the kitchen, and not real chefs, but people that are just cooking up meth. You have uncles and cousins and dads and just shady figures that are around these guys, and you're dealing with millions upon millions of dollars, and you are just, the biggest problem we have right now in NIL is just simply this: it's bad advice, and people are, they're not mature enough or capable of pulling themselves away from this, and they're at the mercy of all of these snake handlers.
That's part of it, but he needs to have some personal responsibility too.
You would think.
I mean. And so I think maybe when we come back, I'll ask the question: who is to blame for this archetype of talent? Like because we saw this with Ben Simmons. This is Ben Simmons all over again.
Yes.
Because Ben Simmons, I just went and looked at his numbers earlier today. Mm-hmm. He was averaging 20, 10, and 5 at LSU.
Yeah. Didn't make the tournament, by the way.
No, they were good, not great. I don't even remember who their coach was, but this is a little different. I mean, Bill Self in Kansas. If
he plays, Kansas is capable of winning a national championship.
100%. And they've actually played really well without him. Like, they're really good. Bill Self is amazing.
They beat Arizona without him.
But with Darren Peterson, they showed the stats. They're way better offensively, obviously. Yeah. They're actually a little bit worse defensively, but that's okay. You'll take that. Yeah. It's just that I don't know who to blame. I don't know if it's like the AAU circuit, if it's the NBA guys, resting all the time, if that has rubbed off on guys like this. Who is to blame? Or is it a one-off? Maybe it's just Darren Peterson's a bonehead or an idiot and doesn't love basketball. I don't know. But we'll ask that question. And then we have Doug Gottlieb being Doug Gottlieb coming up, if we can play it. I'm going to try to go to Steven.
Can we go to a break?
We'll see. Here maybe is Steven with SportsCenter.
On the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This update brought to you by Laurelhurst Market Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. A great spot for any occasion. Don't forget, you save 10% on your Butcher Shop order when you dine in. Menus and more at laurelhurstmarket.com. First on the Fan, U.S. women's hockey wins the gold in dramatic fashion today, beating Canada 2-1 in overtime. Megan Heller with the game winner. It's the third gold medal for women's hockey history for the United States. Stephen Curry, he had another MRI on his bothersome right knee in the past 24 hours. It came back clean, but persistent pain and swelling have not allowed him to return to the court. Curry will miss tonight's game against the Celtics, and his return timetable is unclear. Warriors are in the 8th place in the Western Conference, 2.5 games up on the Trailblazers. Speaking of the Trailblazers, they play tomorrow against the Denver Nuggets. Shaedon Sharpe, he has not practiced since the All-Star break. He has been ruled out, while Matisse Thybulle, who has only played in 4 games and none since October 29th, has actually practiced the last 2 days. and his status is to be determined against Denver Nuggets. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver informed the league's 30 general managers today that the NBA plans to make anti-tanking rules changes for next season. Details not known, but looks like something may be done about the tanking problem. NCAA President Charlie Baker reiterated his support for a plan to expand the NCAA tournament in the near future. He told ESPN today. He said, quote, "We're still talking to the various players in this one. I said all along that I think there are some very good reasons to expand the tournament. So I would like to see it expand," end quote. Now, Matt Norlander is reporting that discussions of the tournament expansion and beyond is on hold, and we won't get any news until mid-April if there is any. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missy work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
The Fan is live AM.
Okay. I think we have Bill Self audio.
Okay.
Not to belabor.
My Bill Self wasn't good enough.
Well, I'd like to hear from Bill Self.
I liked my foghorn, leghorn, Southern gentleman Bill
Well,
Self.
It was good. I mean,
I do love foghorn, leghorn.
Okay,
Might
so
be my favorite Looney Tunes character.
here is the great, and he is great, Bill Self after the game talking about Darren Peterson on the Fan. Sports. And sports. I love
We've
sports.
had it more than a couple of times, and I didn't anticipate that tonight at all. I thought he was good to go, but obviously we only got 18 minutes out of him, and that's disappointing because he could have had a really big night. But one thing about it is we've it's happened often enough that our guys have learned to play without him, even though that's not the way we want to play. But that's certainly something that we're not unaccustomed to, right now.
I think my
Did you hear that?
I think my foghorn, leghorn was actually pretty good.
And so here's another one where Seth Davis is asking him about the obvious question, which no one had the balls to ask him about after the actual game, the Arizona game. They beat Arizona.
Yes.
But right before the game, Darren Peterson says, I don't want to play. I'm sick.
Yeah.
And here is Seth Davis asking the very obvious question of, well, couldn't he have just played through that?
Think that you're 50% accurate. The hamstring, legit. The cramping, legit. To your point, you want him to be as right as possible because it's a long season. The NBA, you're right on point. Hasn't been discussed. People say, well, he's trying to protect. No, he's not trying to protect anything. And short of a major injury, he's going to try to be out there. Where I think you got it wrong, and this was the only point, was he was sick. And he practiced the day before as much as he could. Where we screwed up as a staff was allowing he didn't go out for warm-ups. He went out to see how he felt in the pre-warm-ups when we just do our stretching or whatnot. And people saw him do that. I wish we would have done that in the practice gym as opposed to publicly. But he didn't at that time. He went out there with the intention, I'm going to do it. Came back in when obviously he didn't feel well, head was pounding and all that stuff. And the doctor told me, Bill, no, he's not going to be able to go.
Okay. So I don't know if you buy that.
No,
but
I don't.
Yeah, I don't either.
There's an idea of when I was just having this conversation today with someone. When the outlier becomes the norm, believe the outlier, right? Like you see this all the time with guys that just attract problems, right? Whether it's the who's the receiver in Kansas City right now? Why can't I think?
Rice?
Yeah, Rashee Rice or Stephon Diggs. Yeah. I don't know. Pac-Man Jones was like this. Antonio Brown. I don't do anything, but like it just follows me. No, man, it doesn't happen. It happens to you. So when you sit there and you have to defend someone for all of these little things that don't happen anywhere else, right? So he's the most unlucky human being in the world. No, Bill, this is his problem. When the outlier happens to you over and over and over, again, you need to believe the outlier that has become your truth. You can get by with it once or twice, but this is an ongoing thing with this kid. And you do everyone a disservice by lying about it. I guess it's a must-lie situation because you can't throw the kid under the bus.
Well,
otherwise he checks out.
He's trying to protect him.
Yeah.
He's trying to keep him engaged.
Yes.
Clearly, it's a volatile situation.
Yes.
But Bill Self, this is uncharted territory for him. He is not, a lot of people have said this about him. He may not be that long for this job.
Yeah.
One, he's had 2 heart attacks. But 2, he doesn't love the new NIL game, much like Roy Williams didn't and retired, and Coach K didn't and retired, and and Nick Saban and Jim Boeheim.
Yep.
He's one of those. But he's playing the game a little bit here.
Yeah.
He to his credit, I would say he knows that he has to get kids like Darren Peterson in order to win.
Yeah.
He did, and now rather than be Mick Cronin or Jerome Tang and throw him under the bus and say, I'm the king here and you got to fall in line with me. He's actually trying to make it work. Yeah. I don't know if it's going to work. I guess it all comes down to the NCAA tournament, and maybe he can keep Peterson engaged and get him to play a full 4 games or 5 games or however many they play. That's what he's trying to do. Yeah. And so he's not going to throw the kid under the bus.
No.
If he did, he'd lose him, and then it's even worse. Yeah. There are some coaches that would, and I would say to Bill Self, Bill Self's reputation is he's not a guy that would have ever put up with that before.
No.
But he knows that the landscape has changed, and you kind of have to if you want to win.
Yeah.
That's what he's trying to do.
It's a tough beat. It is a tough beat, and you're trying to thread that needle.
I bet you he's not that long for that.
Well, don't you think he's doing it only because he thinks this team has a chance to win it?
Yes,
100%.
Yes.
He knows that
he wouldn't put up with
He knows that if Darren Peterson is out there, they can win the tournament.
Yeah.
He knows that, and they're awful good with him.
If this was a Ben Simmons situation at LSU and you were a borderline tournament, Bill Self would not be doing this. But they've proven they can beat the best team in the country without him, and with him, they are a legitimate national title contender. So it's the we talk about this with T.O. or anyone else. The pain in the remember the crazy hot matrix that guy did? The crazy hot matrix exists in football and basketball and every other sport. The pain in the ass metric is directly related to how good you are. That's why I love it when coaches take tough stance with like the third string, guard. We have a 0 tolerance policy here, damn it. Whoa. How good is it? Oh, well, hey, it's 0 tolerance. It's the same reason why the head coach always takes in the underprivileged kid that just happens to be the best quarterback in the state. That coach never takes in the third string kicker from Afghanistan. That never happens. Wait, Michael Orr? Oh, yeah, it should come play for Ole Miss. The hypocrisy of it is it knows no bounds, but you understand why they do it.
I tried everything. we played 4 white guys and an Egyptian. I mean, we tried everything.
Yeah. The Egyptian Rick Pitino.
The Egyptian kid did not get the Rick Pitino hospitality suite.
The Pitino mob, they don't just discriminate.
So last bit on this, Stephen, you played college basketball. You know the system. You've got kids in the system. The AAU and in the way basketball works in the United States, from the time kids are very young all the way to stars in the NBA. Is that what is to blame here? Or do you just blame Darren Peterson? Maybe he doesn't love the game.
I think it's mostly the system is to blame. I think Peterson, he looks at the NBA and says, look, I'm a surefire top 3 pick no matter what. I can make a ton of money, do it there. And so that's the goal for a lot of these guys, is just to get out of college, get to the NBA. And I think the system, it plays it out where if you're really good, you get whatever you want. You can do whatever you want, as Suk said. If it's the crazy hot skill, he's crazy good. He can get away with a lot of stuff, and they're just going to keep pushing it as much as you can, because I think a lot of people in general, it's like, if you go to your job and you can just get away with not doing as much work, you probably do it. And I think he can do it, and then he can show up for a half and score 24 points. So I think the system has failed us, and I think that's why a lot of the European players have become better and even tougher and stronger than American players, because they go play professionally when they're 15, 16 years old.
And they get their ass handed to them.
And they get beat up. Yeah. Like, those leagues are actually tough. We always talk about the soft European. It's not soft over there.
No, and a lot of those guys that end up being the top picks, they'll tell you, they only play like 15 minutes. They have to earn minutes.
Yeah. Like Lucas said, it's way harder to get into the paint in the European play than it is in the NBA, because it is, because of the way the game's. So I think it's the system. I think it's just American players. I think it's everything of that nature.
And now you've added money to it, because
that made it way worse.
The entitlement was there. I saw someone was posting, one of the USC freshmen was posting his penthouse apartment, and it overlooks. It's not
USC?
Yeah, USC.
Yeah,
football,
they pay a lot of money for their
basketball?
Football.
Yeah.
And it overlooked. It's not Staples anymore. Is it Crypto?
Yeah.
But he was posting his penthouse apartment, and you're like, whoa.
Longer are the days of the Matt Leinart hot tub. Wasn't that Matt Leinart?
Josh Rosen.
Josh Rosen, that's right.
Who was it? The Ole Miss coach, Pete Golding, was like, dude, all these guys live in the same complex that I live in now. So, I mean, it's true. Like, when that whole thing, the Lane Kiffin thing was going down, they had the ESPN reporters and Chambliss and all the guys were driving out, and they were driving Lamborghinis and $200,000 Mercedes. So you have all the entitlement and all that stuff that came with the AAU and the 7-on-7, because now football and basketball, it's the same thing. It's just become one big pot there. And now you've added millions of dollars. And so good luck telling the kid who was entitled and has been coddled the entire time. And now he's got a cottage industry building off of him that is no longer about your future earnings. It's about what you can earn right now. Yeah. I mean, you're walking at, if you're one of these guys, you're spending a year in college, you're walking out with somewhere between $4 and $10 million. And that changes the dynamic of it. And so I think the problem has been there, but now you've added the money to it, and now we've just stoked that fire.
And he has family probably involved as well, telling him, look, like, who is Bill Self? Even though he's won national, who is he to tell you what to do? Yeah. Because you're making $7 million.
Well, but then he goes out and drops 23 in 18 minutes.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's like, well, that's what I can do.
Like, why change
So what are you telling me? Yeah. Like,
if my salary is $7 million, why would I change anything?
Yeah. Well, I don't remember who it was, but someone was talking about the AAU culture. And he said it's no longer, I forget who it was, but he said it used to be like when you went out and you played in a tournament, it was about winning, right? It was about winning championships, and that mattered. And it no longer is. It's how many points do I score? How great does my 7-on-7 look? And what can I do for me? And if this is not the poster child for a national title and being a Kansas legend no longer matters, this is the final boss of this sort of culture that's come to the crescendo.
Don't you think this feels like, and I hate to say this because it's my school, but it just feels like this is one of those instances. And I don't think this isn't all of the NIL world. No. But there are instances where you have a kid who, like Darren Peterson, who can get money from anybody. Mm-hmm. That is willing to pay, he can get money from any school. Yeah. So he went with the highest bidder, and the highest bidder is just trying to make him work. Yeah. As opposed to the Tom Izzos and the Bill Self saying, okay, I have an NIL budget, but I'm going to steer clear of this type of kid, or I think this kid fits. I really like what we could maybe do with this kid. Let's pay him a couple million. This feels like not a fit. Mm-hmm. Coach or otherwise, it's just who gave him the most money, and he's there balling out. To him, he's balling out. Yep. And the coach is like, well, I need more from you. And he's like, screw you. Yeah. You gave me the most money, and this is what you get.
Yes.
100%. And it's not always that way. Yeah. So, like, DeBonsa got a lot of money at BYU, and he's coachable. Yep. He's been great. That might have been Kevin Young, the coach of BYU, saying, hey, I'm not just going to get anybody. If we're going to pay this money, I need to really think we can work with this kid, and he's got a good work, or this or that, and he does, and it's working. But at Kansas, it just feels like oil and water. Yeah. Even though he's so good, it still kind of works if he's out there. Yeah. It's really it's a wild.
And by the way, for all the doom and gloom, this may be a once in a while. I don't think this is going to become the norm. One, there's not enough people that are this good. I just think we love to point at this and say the whole system is broken and screw this, and it's not. It wasn't broken when Johnny Manziel did this. It wasn't broken when Jameis Winston did it. It wasn't broken when Carmelo Anthony did it. It wasn't broken when who was the kid? Derrick Rose at Memphis. Like we've kind of seen this. So let's. As bad as this looks, this is not the end of the world, and the entire system isn't the most toxic thing in the world. It's just once in a while these situations happen.
I differ with you on that. I don't think the sky is falling, but I think the system is wildly broken in basketball, because if you look at the whole entirety of a kid who's any good at basketball from the age of sometimes even like 7 or 8, all the way to NBA star, every product in there could be way better than it is. That's the system.
But everyone wants to build their brand. That's all they do.
It's just it's a terrible one. And you brought up the European system. It has lapped us.
Yes.
I don't know how we change it. If we ever change it, probably won't. But the system is broken, and the NBA is suffering because of it. College basketball is suffering because of it. High school basketball is suffering because of it, and youth basketball is suffering because of it. Because if your kid isn't that good, guess what? No one cares about him. Yeah. So it's a bad product, and I wish it would be better because it's a great sport, but that's the way we do it in the U.S. And then you get guys like Darren Peterson. Hey, there's the engineer. What do you suppose he's saying in there?
I'm looking at Steven. I would assume he would know. I think we're supposed to break.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah,
I'm
take a
just.
break here.
Yeah, I know. How we doing? We got it all.
We're going to talk
think
about
we're-
it. We'll talk about it during the break.
Yeah, we got the report from the engineer here, and I think we're back on 105.1
Hey, look at us.
FM, ladies and gentlemen. We are back on the Global Sports Radio Network.
Yes.
I think.
Yes.
It's over. We think.
Doug Gottlieb being Doug Gottlieb is coming up on the Fan.
This
Okay, well, we got a fresh bill of health from the engineers.
That's
Dusty
good.
is in. He says it's been a hell of a day. They've all been out working hard on our whatever they do on our tower or on our site.
I think they turned it off and turned it back on. Maybe jiggle the cord, one of those.
Is that what you're supposed to do? Just unplug it.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Yeah.
Well,
Unplug
it seemed to
everything.
work.
Yeah.
I think we're back. We're back on the Fan Global Sports Radio Network.
We're back.
I think the Ducks baseball game
Is back on 1080.
maybe playing. I don't know. Don't really care actually, but we're on 105.1 and things are good. Rough first hour. Playing hurt.
Yeah.
It's tough. We're like Darren Peterson.
We are not like Darren Peterson.
Fighting through it. Yeah. If we were
I
like
almost
Darren,
just left because of that. Yeah.
yeah, we would have been that. Then we would have been Darren Peterson.
Like that he's got cramping problems.
Come on, dude.
As if you can't figure that out in this day and age. Salt tablets and an IV. Ah, my cramps.
All right. Well, let's take a break, and when we come back, we're gonna get more sports audio in for you. I mentioned Gottlieb. We also have a drunk Olympic reporter.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're reporting at the Olympics and you're in Italy, shouldn't you be having a little wine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no problem with this, by the way.
No. reporting would be a lot more interesting if we
Totally.
if we boozed it up a little bit.
Yeah, it's like
I want that Mick Cronin clip, but having the reporter have 4 or 5 whiskey cokes.
Come on, dude.
Come on.
yeah, it's like when Harry Carey used to be drunk and like all the play-by-play guys used to get housed.
That was way better.
And it was kind of common knowledge.
Yeah.
I think maybe we should make that a thing for sports reporters out on the road.
Yeah, serve 'em a few.
Yeah, it's like, let's get them late.
Go too high.
You know, it'd be kind of cool.
Are you raising your voice at me?
So we'll get to those items coming up next on The Fan.
again. Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, U.S. women hockey win the gold medal today in dramatic fashion, beating Canada 2-1 in overtime. It was Megan Keller with the game winner. The third gold medal in women's hockey history for the United States. Stephen Curry, the Warriors guard, had another MRI on his bothersome right knee in the past 24 hours. It did come back clean, but persistent pain and swelling have not allowed him to return to the court. He will miss tonight's game against the Celtics, and his return timetable remains unclear. Warriors in 8th place in the Western Conference, only 2.5 games up on the Portland Trailblazers, while the Blazers play the Nuggets tomorrow. Shaedon Sharpe, he has not practiced since the All-Star break. He has been ruled out, but Matisse Thybulle, who has only played 4 games this year, none since October 29th, has practiced the last 2 days. His status is TBD against Denver. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver, he's informed the league's 30 general managers today that the NBA plans to make anti-tanking rule changes for next season. Details unclear what those changes will be, but general managers have been warned. NCAA President Charlie Baker reiterated his support for a plan to expand the NCAA tournament in the near future. He told ESPN today, saying, quote, "We're still talking to the various players in this one. I said all along that I think there are some very good reasons to expand the tournament, so I would like to see it expand," end quote. While Matt Norlander is reporting the discussions of the upcoming tournament in 2027, expansion is on hold, and if we get any news, it won't be until mid-April. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
All right, welcome back. Hour 2 of our radio program. Party in here. Big Thursday show. Having a good time.
Come on, dude.
Got some audio. You know?
Yeah, we are radio now that we can play it. We are a radio show.
Yeah.
Look at us.
I mean, I think we can play it. I don't know.
With audio capabilities. Now we're back.
We'll see.
We're back, baby.
The anti-tanking movement has picked up some steam, and we have an exclusive list. I don't think any other radio show has this.
No.
We have a list of the things that they might try.
Yes, but apparently there is something
to curtail tanking.
Yeah, old Shams had it that next year something is definitely coming down the old pipeline there.
No, we're the only.
Oh, yeah. Not Shams. We had it.
We're the new Shams.
Yeah. I talked to 17 GMs last night, and I got the lay of the land, and they all told me. They told me that this is going to happen. So Shams may have it, but I knew about it first.
First, Doug Gottlieb is much better at Wisconsin Green Bay this year than he was last year.
Yeah.
Now. He went 4-28 last year as the head coach. And remember, this is the sports radio guy. So he hosts his sports radio show still. At least maybe.
No, he doesn't.
No, he didn't. He quit. That's right.
The show. He said, "You know what? If I'm going to focus on this, I'm going to give 100%."
Yeah, and so now he's actually. I mean, they're decent. They're 15-13.
Yeah.
So see how that works?
Turns out being a college basketball coach is not a part-time gig.
So they're better this year, and yet Gottlieb, who looks I hate to say it, he looks terrible. I mean, he looks like the stress is getting to him.
Well, we see this all the time with like presidents. When you enter the presidency and then you see it like 4 years later, you're like, my God. A college coach is often the same way.
Yeah.
You either get really fat or you get weathered really, really fast.
Yeah, he looks stressed.
Yes.
Anyway, he's mad. I don't even know if they won or lost. Doesn't matter. They were playing the other night, and he had a little post-game meltdown about the officials.
Yeah.
I need the league to explain to me why I got a technical foul when I did not curse, I was not demonstrative, I did not leave my box. All I said was, that's the same play as the other end. Okay? All we ask is that there's a fair game. That's what we ask. Okay, CJ O'Hara goes and gets an offensive rebound. Their player dives at his legs. CJ gets called for a foul. I need Donnie at the league and the new commissioner to explain to me the disparity in the officiating. That's what I need explained to me. I got no problem with their team, their staff. They played hard. They did what they do. They play tough and they play aggressive. I need somebody to explain to me, okay, how just those two. There's others that I have massive issues with, okay? Others that have mesh, including every time we touched them, there was a foul in the second half. The last play of the game, just to get the ball, they're grabbing us and holding us. Okay, and again, I understand. If you're not calling that, that's fine. You had the exact same play at both ends in the last play of the game. The exact same play.
Ooh.
The exact same play.
Oh.
So I need the new commissioner of the Horizon League to explain to me what a technical foul is when I don't leave the box, I don't curse, I'm not demonstrative. Okay? There was nothing that should have been called a technical foul. I know when I earned one. I did not earn one. Okay? And the CJ play, we're up 6 points. That dramatically changed the trajectory of the game.
Okay.
He did lose, by the way. They lost by 3 in that game.
Look, I mean, I don't know. I mean, we didn't watch the game.
No.
I guess my thing with that is, one, you can get a technical, you can get a cumulative technical.
Yeah.
Like if you're chirping and they're letting stuff go and they're hearing you and you just keep on them, eventually there's going to be a straw that breaks the camel's back.
And he seems like a chirper.
Yes. And so I mean, come on. You always say this about, like, who am I supposed to believe? Well, I'm not going to believe the angry sports radio coach guy who's like, oh, all I said was, well, yes, that is all he said. We have the audio. All he said was that was the same play on the other end, and they teed him up. Well, but what he's conveniently leaving out is everything he said before that that did not get called a technical.
There is what do you say? A cumulative effect is a very real thing in these games.
The other thing,
he did have to come out and apologize for he got a 1-game suspension, and then he did the I'd like to apologize to the Horizon League and the officials for my disparaging comments following Sunday's game. I understand and appreciate how difficult their job is and respect what they do for the sport of basketball. I will be better moving forward.
Okay. I'll translate that. It's please give us calls next time I'm coaching, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess
I want the new commissioner on the horn right now. Right now. Evan, get on the phone.
Doesn't every coach, I mean, every coach is working the officials.
Yes.
And it's not because they want a fair game. It's because they want the calls. They want it to be
tilted your way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I think I hate it when coaches are like, it should be fair. It's never fair. Like, the officials are doing their best job, the best thing they can, the best job they can, I mean.
Not according to Doug Gottlieb.
But I don't know. They're trying.
I'm sure the Horizon League officials are the best of the best.
Well, why do you need how often do you think, Steven, you're a basketball player, how often do you think a game is called absolutely fair?
0.
There you go. Yeah. So why do you need an explanation when you had a game? I demand an explanation. Why? It's never fair.
Because he lost. That's why. Had he won the game, he would not have had that.
And okay, so he's probably not demanding an explanation when he's on the right side of some calls and he gets some calls and wins a game.
Exactly.
So it's just, this is the way it works, does it? Does it not?
Yeah.
Is this football too?
100%.
Penalties go your way. Sometimes they go your way and sometimes they don't.
You see it in the NBA playoffs. After game 1, whoever loses, they're going to go out and complain about the refs because they want to try to get the calls for the next game. Every single time?
Every time.
People often ask, like, because I have a lot of my friends, like, if you're a player, chances are you have an opportunity to go into coaching. People always ask, like, hey, did you ever think about going into coaching? No. Why? This. I am terrified of being this. Because this is all I knew. Every coach I ever had was this guy. I don't know what it is about coaching that turns you into this guy.
Are you raising your voice at me?
But this is what you become. And I was terrified. Yeah. I hated 98% of every coach I ever had because that's what they are.
But it's not all of them, though.
It's most.
It's a lot. I don't think it's most. I think it's a lot. But there are some guys who understand it and know that it's a waste of energy.
Yeah.
Well, the good ones aren't going to go out in the public and say it. They'll find a behind the scenes where they'll go talk to the refs. They'll talk to the Horizon League. They don't have to do it in front of the public and start screaming and slamming your fist. Because I like the Duggar. I like him. I think he's actually pretty smart basketball-wise, but it's a bad look for him.
The idea of going to the press conference and just being an absolute chaunch and just yelling. What?
Because you know he had that thought going into, like, I'm going to get him. I'm going to go off right now.
I just don't think a guy like him,
in
like
a
Mick Cronin,
Horizon League basketball game.
Mick Cronin's the same way. I don't think they can control themselves.
No.
I honestly do not think they have the impulse control.
No. And that's my thing, whether it's all the greats, the Jim Moras of the world and the Calhouns and the Bob Knights. It's why I have, not all of them, but it's why I have very little respect for coaches like that. Because I've said it a million times. They demand accountability out of everyone but themselves. And you're right. They cannot help it. Or they choose not to because they do it all the time. They allow themselves over a Horizon League basketball game and a technical foul, a judgment call, they allow themselves to have absolute meltdowns.
They're fighting for clicks, we're fighting for wins.
Gottlieb had one of these earlier in the year. He threw a chair as he was walking off the floor. He picked it up and hucked it. He's just that guy.
God,
calm
down.
And my guess is that is Doug Gottlieb in everything he does in life. They're just wired that way.
Yeah.
And sports kind of, it from an early age, it rewards that behavior.
Well, certainly in coaching it does.
Yes.
Especially in college coaching.
Yeah.
Like no one says anything to you.
No. As long as you win. But that's the problem. And if you don't win, you can't be the world's biggest red ass or you're not going to be around for very long.
But do you think his fan base, I mean, I guess if Green Bay has a fan base, but do you think their fan base like that? Because they're like, man, this guy has our back.
I don't know what that's like. Like if you
at like a smaller school like that?
If you were I think right now that old Dan Hurley might be the king dip-s in all of sports. Like when it comes to this archetype. I can't stand that guy. But if you're a UConn fan.
He, by the way, called out his players. They lost last night.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was the night before.
He freaked out.
And he basically, he's an ass too.
Yes.
He said, well, we've got some guys on our on our team that play defense, and I got to tell you, it's getting worse and worse as the season goes on. Well, whose fault is that, Dan?
You're the coach.
But he won back-to-back titles. So
exactly. So that's what I wonder. If you're a UConn fan, do you hate your coach, but also you're like, but whatever, he wins? Or do you just make total excuses for him and love him and worship him? Like Indiana for the longest time worshiped Bob Knight, even though he was the worst. Bob Knight might have been the worst of the worst. Bob Knight choked people. Bob Knight threw things at secretaries. Bob Knight made rape jokes. Bob Knight was everything you could despise in the world of red-ass coaches. But in Indiana, he was a legend. So I do think that if it's your guy, I think we have the blind faith of fans. As long as you win, you can do the mental gymnastics to love your guy.
I don't think you have to love him. You can just love your team.
But I think they
just tolerate.
Joe Paterno.
But I think they love their guy.
Well, but it's just not that hard. Like, look at Kurt Signetti. That guy's a red ass.
Yes.
And he's great.
But
he's classy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's a way to do it and keep it between the navigational buoys.
Well, Bill Self's like that.
Yeah.
Notoriously red ass in practice, very difficult on his players and stuff. You never hear that in his press conferences.
No.
He's always very it's not that freaking hard. God.
Well, there's another one. Like Lanning is a giant red ass.
Yeah, and he's great when it comes to the microphone.
Yes.
Always level-headed.
Yes.
He has. You know what he has? He has emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
Damian Lillard.
Yeah. Super competitive.
I'm not expecting all leaders to have that, but shouldn't that be a factor when you hire leaders of young people? You just hire whacked out, maniacal, egomaniac a-holes?
Shut up.
Dilver talked about it once when he used to come on the show all those years ago. He I forget the exact analogy, but he kind of alluded to like the beating your dog thing. You can get a dog to do whatever you want by hitting it, but it will never produce real loyalty. It just produces fear. And while that's not ultimately the goal, you can get results and you can get results sooner that way. And he brought up that coaches are under such pressure to win that they just beat the dog. They beat the animal because it's the quickest way to get your message across, as opposed to actually building loyalty and respect and trying to do it that way. And you can be, you said, you can be a hard ass. You can be someone that is very demanding, but still have the respect and, I don't know, Coach K. For whatever you think of Coach K.
Exactly.
Coach K was a hard ass, but there was a line that it didn't get crossed, or it didn't get crossed very often.
Yeah, because he respects people.
Yes.
Pretty much that simple.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
It's
right?
not.
Yeah, and that's the same thing with reporters. You
And-
know, it's that.
Well, they have no respect for what they do. And here's another one. This guy's right. The belief that every team in every game fouls the same amount is crazy.
Yeah.
That is so true. Yeah. Why do coaches go to that well? Yeah. You think that's the same play as the other end? I'm sure it looks like it to you because you want the call.
It's not even.
I'm sure he could come over and explain to you that was not the same play, and here's why.
It's true. At the end of the game, if the other team has 7 more foul calls, they're like, "What the hell is it possible?"
I demand an explanation.
Is it possible that you fouled 7 more times?
Well, our team can never lose. It's the ref's fault that we lost.
And that's really it.
That's the whole thing.
That's the thing with Cronin. That was the thing with Tang. And that's the thing with Gottlieb.
They're speaking as fans.
They're pointing fingers at other people.
Right. They're speaking as fans, not as coaches. Like, that's what a fan says. A fan says we lost because the refs screwed us. That's not what the coaches should be saying.
Yeah, exactly. You're a leader. Be better than that. Take responsibility. Pull a Dana Altman.
Shut up.
They're terrible, and he's owning it.
The brush.
God dang, what do you think?
Yeah. I don't think he cares anymore.
It appears not.
I feel like the brush is like, whatever.
Okay, let's hear from a drunk reporter before we get to In the News next on The Fan.
1080 AM.
All right, before we get to In the News, a little palate cleanser for you. Just wanted to play this because I love these. Look, this gal named Danica Mason, she's a reporter from Australia. She's over there in Milan, and she's having a good time.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Right. So
I was reporting from the Italian Olympics. I'm pretty sure I'd be having a good time too.
She took to the Channel 9 news hit last night and had to come out and apologize because
why do we have to apologize?
She's a little slurry.
Right.
You tell me if you think she holds it together here or if this needs to be apologized for. Okay, this is Danica Mason.
Like, the price of coffee over here is actually fine. It's more the price of coffee in the US that we are going to have to get used to. I'm not sure about the iguanas. Where are we going with that one? But anyway, the 41-year-old revealing that while she has the massive journey ahead for her, she's grateful for all the support going her way. It's absolutely incredible to see, honestly, to see the amount of support that she has is incredible, and the journey ahead, it is remarkable, but also true. The fact that we've got so many athletes who are willing to compete as well after her as well. She is just one of those athletes that you keep in their mind and you just look at them and go, what an inspiration.
No, I agree.
Yeah, she has a long road ahead of her.
I agree with you completely, Danica. Look, you know, the cold weather is a thing, right?
Can freeze
I remember
your
being in
face.
Washington, D.C. a few years ago.
Yeah, so that's
The best part is the lady goes, the cold weather could freeze your face. Like, trying to say that's why she's sorry.
My favorite part about it is the male trying to be like, I totally agree with you. Yes.
Well, he was laughing at her, and he knew, and he was like, well, look, it's cold and it's hard, and I get it, and you're probably having a good time in Milan.
The iguanas.
Yeah, what was that about?
I think they're talking about in Florida.
The freeze
iguanas. And all the iguanas are falling out of the trees, and I'm assuming that's what she's referencing. There was one year you were sick, and I think it was during the fan golf tournament. You got sick, and I had to do it on my own, and a bunch of the fan personalities, including one Jason Swigart and Joe Fisher, decided that uninvited they should just come on. They're like, oh, you're doing it by yourself. And they were housed. And watching them pretend not to be housed was amazing. And Swag leaned into it. But I remember Joe Fish, he randomly started talking about like Orioles baseball. And at one point he like looks over at me while we're on the air and he's like, can you tell what's the text program saying? Like, you're doing great, Joe. The idea when you're drunk and you're trying to hold it together, that's the best part.
Well, and you feel like you are.
Yes.
And everybody's looking at you like, dude, cut it. Where's the hook?
It is great. You're like, dude, I'm totally pulling this off.
Fine.
No one can possibly tell.
Well, anyway, the Prime Minister of Australia came.
Prime Minister?
Yeah, I enjoy this. His name is Anthony something or other.
Yeah.
He said, look, nothing to see here. I love Danica. I support her. Good on her.
Yeah.
He's like, it's frostbite.
Good for you.
It's frostbite.
Exactly. Who is the, do you see the alpine skier? Is it Michaela, is it Schifrin?
Schifrin.
She's like the greatest of all time. So she won gold in the alpine and they went to her afterwards for an interview, and she was housed.
How long did it take her to get housed?
I don't know.
Was she housed during the race?
No. Because
awesome.
when they went, she was at some sort of because like most of those events are happening during the day, and then they do the they play them live or they play them as live, I guess, in the evening, and they do interviews. And so she was
do it live.
She was talking about having espresso martinis, and she was quite tipsy. And I enjoy that.
Good on her.
Yeah, exactly. Like, hey, you want to interview me after winning like my 3rd gold medal and becoming the greatest female skier of all time? Yeah, guess what? I'm going to be S-housed. I love it. It's like when Anderson Cooper like does the Rockin' New Year's. Drinking makes TV better. Stop making apologies for it.
Did you see he's leaving 60 Minutes?
Is he?
Yeah. No more Coop.
Yeah. Editorial type stuff. They're killing stories.
All right. Coming up next on In the News, at this point, the joke is on us, and we have a petition, a very, what should I say, radical petition, but only in Oregon.
Are they finally doing Bon Voyage?
It's picking up steam. Nope. No.
Call me, Mayor.
Nope, not yet.
Let's talk about it.
We'll get to those items next on In the News, but first here is Steven with Sports Center.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, U.S. women's hockey won a great one. Won the gold medal in dramatic fashion, beating Canada 2-1 in overtime. Megan Keller with the game winner. It's the third gold medal in women's hockey history for the United States of America. Warriors guard Steph Curry, he had another MRI on his right knee within the past 24 hours that came back clean, but the pain and swelling has not allowed him to return to the court. He will miss tonight's game against the Boston Celtics, and his return timetable is unclear. Warriors in 8th place, only 2.5 games up on the Portland Trailblazers. While the Blazers play the Nuggets tomorrow, Shaedon Sharpe has not practiced all week, has not practiced since the All-Star break. He will be out, while Matisse Thybulle, who's only played 4 games this year, none since October 29th, has practiced the last 2 days, and his status is to be determined against Denver. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver informed the league's 30 general managers today that the NBA plans to make anti-tanking rule changes going into next season. The exact details uncertain at this time, but the general managers have been warned. NCAA President Charlie Baker, he reiterated his support for a plan to expand the NCAA tournament in the near future on ESPN today, saying, quote, we're still talking to the various players in this one. I said all along, and I think there are some very good reasons to expand the tournament, so I would like to see it expand, end quote. While Matt Norlander is reporting that the discussions of the tournament expansion for 2027 and beyond are on hold, and if we are to get news, it will be in mid-April. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The
Okay. Cruising right along here.
Cruising right along in your general direction.
We probably have to cut in for a segment on what's wrong with Scotty Scheffler soon.
What, something?
Well, he's 2 over, Jace.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Not at the Genesis. Sure he cares.
Yes, at the Genesis.
Oh, man.
Round 1.
Riviera, holy
Front
cow.
9. Well, I think he might only be through 7 holes. What's wrong with Scotty Scheffler? We'll take your calls on that coming up. Right now, though, Feb 19, 2026, time for In the News. You noted, and Humble Newsman. Thank you.
What an exciting time.
Thank you, Lane.
It is exciting.
It's brought to you by the Advocates, injury attorneys at advocateslaw.com. Today is the Great American Spit Out.
Is that don't chew tobacco? Is that what that is?
Yes.
Okay.
Spit out your chaw.
Yeah. It's a nasty habit. Aren't we all doing zins now? Isn't that the new broy thing?
Not me.
Chaw is out and we're ripping zins now, Lanning style.
What does clavicular do? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. I think he's like he does everything. He's like claims to like smoke meth and do steroids and all that.
It is also International Tug of War Day. I remember that one from last year. Or maybe it was 2 years
When
ago.
was the last time you had a good tug of war?
And, never.
You never tug of war?
No, I think I have.
You've never tugged?
I just don't know the circumstances. Like what? When would you have tug of war?
I'm guessing some sort of PE youth Jesus camp. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like something scouts would do. Like when you were in Webelos, I feel like you'd be in the woods and you'd do that.
When would you ever adult tug of war? Is that like a
family reunion?
Really?
Well, you're at a park.
I could see that, yeah.
Yeah, family reunion, like some sort of decathlon a thing where there's anything that involves a sack race, I feel like may also have a tug of war.
Like the Vaughn side of my family is very competitive. I could see a tug of war game breaking out because everyone's talking trash to each other.
Really?
Yeah.
Where do you get the rope?
That's a good.
I don't know
where bring your rope, Ronnie.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you just. I mean,
rope guy.
Yeah, rope. I'm guessing a marine shop. Like if you went to like a boat store, I'm guessing they have rope. You couldn't get me.
Right.
I'm trying to think of the circumstances where even if there was a tug of war presented to me, why would I ever tug? There's no tug.
Yeah, you wouldn't participate?
No. That's the same thing when people ask me to arm wrestle. Hey, you want to arm wrestle? No.
That's true. I'd want Jason on my team.
Why would I do that?
Yeah, you'd be like the #1 draft pick on the Fan.
But I wouldn't do it.
Well, but you'd have to. We would force you to, in the name of Jesus.
Well, I mean, if it's the Lord.
Who would be the #2 draft pick on the Fan Tug of War? Do you think?
Well, size-wise, I think it would be Vonner in there, right? I mean, he's a big guy. From a mass alone.
Look at those
guns.
Look at those rocks.
Does Vaughn lift weight? Dusty's in good shape, right?
I wouldn't go with myself. I'd go
small.
someone else.
I think you just need big. I think it might be Danny.
Is Danny big?
Well, he's losing weight.
Oh.
Well, I guess he's not that big. Steven, you're bigger than Danny, yeah?
Yeah. I think it might be Vaughn. Do we have to pick one and two?
Look, let's be honest. We don't have a very good tug of war team.
I don't think so.
Here at the Fan.
Well, Sprague, I mean, for God's sakes, the guy's got bird body. He's not tugging anything.
Bird body.
Yes.
He can be our coach.
There you go. What's the road? The coxswain?
Yeah.
It's like
coxswain.
Coxswain?
Isn't that what it is?
I think so.
Or is it coxswain?
I think it might be the coxswain.
I feel like I need to dump this.
That's like
don't worry about it.
It's like stroke. I think Sprague would be there like tug.
Stroke and tug comments here.
I think lowercase is I think he works out.
He'd probably be pretty good.
Yeah, he wouldn't be bad.
Lowercase told me his
youth.
His big goal is 220. He's like got a bench goal, 225. Like he's setting goals at the gym. Maybe that.
Right.
Go lowercase.
Right.
How about we not ever consider a tug of war?
What if we set up a tug of war on the 6th hole for the Langdon for the Fan Golf Classic? And we set up a tug of war, and every group that comes up has to tug against 4 fan personalities.
I will not do it. I'm trying to think of that may be of the realistic things that you could do. That's a top 3 I would never part. Arm wrestling 1, tug of war 2. I'm not sure what the third would be, but I can promise you I will not be participating in
I think I would get hurt.
Well, that's the other
I'm
one.
like Darren Peterson.
That's the other one. Why would you?
Already.
Yeah, you're asking to blow something out. You're asking to like tear a lat. We're not doing that.
Well, just the other day we talked about how Portland somehow found $100 million.
Yes. Well, they
Do
lost.
you remember that?
They lost $100 million. Apparently, just oops, misplaced it, and then they found it.
They found
it.
Well, now I'm reading a story here that says Portland is facing a $169 million budget deficit due to shelter and public safety costs.
Well, wouldn't that be that we were only facing a $69 million shortfall? Can't we just do the $100 million towards it?
Portland's budget woes are worsening, it says on opb.org. And this raises big questions about how the city pays for programs that addresses homelessness. On Wednesday, the city's budget office announced the city needs $169 million in additional monies to keep current programs running in the next fiscal year, which begins July 1.
Can I ask the question?
Yes, ask the question that we're all thinking.
So we need $169 million to keep the current programs running, but the current programs that we have running don't do jack S.
But wait.
So why don't we reevaluate how we're spending our money and try to do something that works?
Don't be ridiculous.
No?
That would cost way too much money.
Yeah. The
reevaluation process?
Yeah,
You
we
don't
can't
even wanna
reevaluate.
know.
We got a committee and then
that's true.
Task force.
We can't do that.
Ooh, Scotty's 4 over.
Oh no. We need a task
Let's break
force.
it. Let's in the news is out. Let's take calls right now. What's wrong with Scotty Scheffler?
Dude, he's
It's not
going
right.
down.
It's not him, it's the course.
He's going down the Jordan Spieth road. It's
might be.
over. It's
I
over.
blame the course, dude.
No, like they say, oh, we need 169. You just found $100 million.
Yeah, that's what I said. We don't have a budget shortfall. We just need to look harder.
I don't understand this.
Look in the couch cushions. There'll be another $20 million there. I've never understood why we're in there like, oh, we need this money. Just reevaluate what you're doing. Do it better. Like if I want to buy something and I look at my bank account and I'm like, well, I don't have that money. I either don't buy it or I go find a different, cheaper version.
I just don't. It does not compute to me. I'm serious. Explain this to me. How 1 week ago you found $100 million and the next week you're saying you need $169 million.
Yeah.
Make that make sense.
Well, in my math, my math is mathing. We only need 69 million. Just apply the 100 million to it. Now we're 69 short.
Well, they did say that there was a $67 million anticipated shortfall, but now they're saying it's $169 million. So I can't figure these people out. This is unbelievable.
It really is.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. I'm glad to see that you've gotten there because the bridge thing broke me. So now at this point, I'm just numb.
Well, I'm sure there's an explanation.
It's
probably not a good one.
Is there an explanation?
Well, I'm sure there's one, but it's probably not good.
I just
want that. What is it?
I love the idea of going to someone and being like, hey, we need a S ton of money to keep what we're doing going. And then someone asks the question, wait, is what we're doing working in any shape or form? No. But we need it to keep it going because we can't not do it, even though what we're doing does nothing. Great idea, everybody. It's going. How are things going? Going great.
And for those blaming on the text line, no Toltina. She has nothing to do with this. She's the governor.
Yes.
Please get your government departments or your government entities straight. This is Portland, which has always been a mess. But... And I'm sure they'll just say, "Well, that's different money," but it came from the homeless.
Yes.
Like
it feels like it's adjacent. It feels like it's homeless adjacent. God, we're in the same ballpark at least. We just slide some over here.
Okay, there is a petition in Oregon to ban something. Now, Oregon is the only state that would
only one,
and it's not going to happen.
No.
And the guy that's heading this up knows it's not going to happen, but he doesn't care. He just thinks that we need to have this conversation. Do you have any idea what I'm talking about?
I do.
Okay.
I always thought that the Greater Idaho movement might have been the dumbest thing that we ever had to vote on, but this one's right up there.
Well, it may make the ballot.
I hope so.
Gaining traction.
I want it to.
That is next on The Fan. 6. So we mentioned there's a petition in Oregon that is gaining traction. They need, when you have the petitions for a ballot measure, you have to get, let's see what it is here. I think it's like 750,000 SIGGIs.
Yeah, and then it goes on there and you can.
And then they get to vote.
Yeah.
Or we get to vote. This is a petition to ban hunting.
Of any kind.
And fishing.
Yes.
By the way.
You're not allowed to kill anything. No birds, no fish, no elk. As I said, I thought the
well, it says most hunting.
Most hunting? What are you allowed to, like, kill something with, like a ground squirrel?
I don't know. One of the people leading the charge of getting this petition out there says they've been trying to get this on the ballot for years, getting more and more signatures each time, though he knows it won't pass. Supporters call the proposal the Peace Act, short for People for the Elimination of Animal Cruelty Exemptions.
Ah, yes.
The guy that's leading the charge is David Michelson. He says, "We really want to make Oregon the first state to vote on something like this. We are aware that it's unlikely 50% of Oregonians are ready right now to move away from killing animals, but we want to get that conversation out there so that we can hopefully move in that direction."
Why are people dumb?
If passed, it would change the current Oregon animal cruelty laws, which currently protect pets such as dogs and cats, and would expand coverage to wild animals, livestock, and animals used in research. Exemptions would be made
livestock
for veterinarians and for self-defense.
So I can still kill that fly that's annoying me?
So
you can.
So you're going to get a lot of people who are like, look, I don't know what to tell you. I was out in the woods, minding my own business, and this elk came out of nowhere and it charged me. I had no choice but to shoot it right in the face. So livestock as well. So now there goes the meat industry. Like, why are you wasting your time? Like, I get that you need purpose in life, but what? Don't you have something better to do? Can't you take up, like, Yahtzee or, I don't know, like quilting?
Yahtzee?
That's got to be more productive than this. Imagine trying to change it is the biggest waste of time, and I'm sure they put a lot of time and effort into this. But why? What are you doing?
Well, he said he wants the conversation to get started.
But he also said he knows it's not going to pass. So what's the point?
Right. Someone said, and this is so true. My guess is whatever we imagine this guy, that's what he looks like. It is 100% correct.
All right. I have a picture of him. What do you think he looks like?
I've got a real kind of long hair, kind of a reddish beard, possibly blonde. Dahmer glasses are somehow involved in this. And he's skinny fat. He's thin, but he in no way is in any sort of shape, because somehow doing a push-up and or a pull-up it's too aggressive. And his aura is just that of a calming smear.
Sort of like a hot guy.
That's kind of what I think of this guy.
Here he is.
Okay, he's that way, but he's bald.
Well, and he's skinny.
Yeah.
He looks like Michael Stipe.
That sounds about right. And he sings Shiny Happy People a lot.
Yeah, I think that's right.
And what does he do for a job? What is he?
Who knows? Why would you ask that?
Does he sell like ass healing crystals? Like, I'm not exactly certain what he does with his time when he's not trying to pass ridiculous legislation.
Well, he acknowledged the need for wildlife management in situations such as controlling the proliferation of invasive species or pests. Yeah. He did say, though, there are non-lethal ways of achieving this. It specifically requires non-lethal forms of wildlife management. That could be the introduction of sterile males into the population. Opponents say hunting is a crucial part of many Oregonians' lives and for the economy. And I would also like to... Okay, so here's the other side guy.
Yeah.
And this guy is the head of the Oregon Hunters Association. Now, I would like you to describe him to me.
Oh, I got a real good idea what that...
Now, he's young.
He's young?
He looks young. He looks like a kid.
Oh.
He's the president. And
that's disappointing.
His name is Levi.
Well, Levi fits. But I was thinking kind of a Ron Swanson meets Timber Joey sort of situation there. Whereas a lot of Carhartt, maybe Ducks Unlimited.
And there is what Levi looks like.
There you go. He's got some mutton chops going on there?
No, he's kind of baby-faced, but he's got a camouflage hat. He's a little fat, and he loves to hunt.
Well, who doesn't? Let's go out and shoot some ducks. Yeah. And of all the states you could do this in, you're like Oregon, Like, really?
Well, Oregon's like the one where you would expect something like this.
See,
Would you not?
No.
Where?
No.
Where
See,
else?
I
would-
thought if it passes anywhere, it would pass here.
Oh, I don't know about it's not going to pass
No, I know,
anywhere.
but
pass
yes,
anywhere.
it has the best chance
We
in
have
a place like
right.
this.
We have a lot of places around here where, I mean, you'd have to go somewhere where they don't hunt, like, at all.
No, I know, but it's super lib.
We're very, I mean, it's the Pacific Northwest, for God's sakes.
No, that's a fair point. But we're also very lib. Like, and we're, you know.
This would have to, I would think some sort of East Coast, like, you'd have a better chance of getting this by in Massachusetts or like New York than you will Oregon.
Does anybody ever hunt in Maryland?
That's kind of what I'm thinking. That's what I'm saying. Maybe some crabs. Crab cakes and football. Nom, 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 nom,
That's what
nom.
Maryland does.
But like New York, like no one's hunting in New York. Maybe like upper New York, but dude, if you go 20 minutes outside of Portland in any direction, someone's probably shooting something.
I'm worn out. People wear me out.
Well, my.
Rob's out for the second half.
I think I'm going to pull a Darren Peterson. You know what? I just dropped 23 in 18 minutes. I'm out of here.
The day will come when humans will have zero reason to kill animals for any reason. No harm in talking about it. Keep telling
Yeah,
yourself
there you
that.
go. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah!
That's good pizza.
I'd say this, you know what people like doing? People like killing things.
I mean, just stupid.
Well, there are people that rely on hunting to, I don't know, live.
Yeah.
I mean, there is that. Like, have we not talked about that part of it?
Well, again, the idea that you're fine. Now, if you're someone that eats no meat, I will at least understand your argument, okay? You're just one of those guys, you don't believe in it. Sure, it's your opinion. But if you go to the store and you buy pork chops, or you go to Five Guys or Burgerville or whatever, and you get a burger, you shut the F up about hunting.
All right.
That's just...
Tell us how you really feel.
You have zero say in it. If you eat meat from the store, you get zero say in saying that someone shouldn't go out and harvest their own meat.
Are you raising your voice at me?
Yes, I am.
Come on, dude. All right. That's it.
Have the guts, because I'll tell you what, if you had to kill your own food, there'd be a lot of us that would be vegetarian. A lot of us. You tell me every time you wanted to get a hamburger, you had to go shoot a long-last, beautiful cow right in the face? It ain't happening.
Tell you what, I went to the hot bar at Zupan's today.
Yeah.
Cheese with Italian herb eggplant.
Yeah.
I could eat that for the rest of my life. It was delicious.
And yet you won't.
I'm not killing a thing. No, I'll let somebody else kill it, and then I'll eat it.
There you go.
I'm a civilized human. Mm-hmm. All right, well, good luck to Mr. Michelson. That is in the news for February 19, 2026. The Advocates Injury Attorneys at advocateslaw.com is the sponsor. Headlines next. Did the U.S. women's hockey team win gold? No one knows, but we're going to find out. And how about the Indiana Bears? You guys seen this story?
I thought we were going to have the Iowa Bears.
Well, we could have that too.
Yeah.
It's getting wild out there.
Let's go.
That next on The Fan.
From the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This update brought to you by 808 Hawaiian Restaurant. Mixed plates like Grandma used to make. If your grandma were from the Big Island, Woodstock, Burnside, Beaverton, or online at 8-o-8.com. First on The Fan, U.S. women hockey. They won the gold medal today in dramatic fashion, beating Canada 2-1 in overtime. Megan Keller with the game winner. It's the third gold medal in women's hockey history for the United States of America. Warriors guard Stephen Curry, he had another MRI on his bothersome right knee within the past 24 hours, but came back clean, but there is still pain and swelling that has not allowed him to return to the court. He'll miss tonight's game against the Celtics. Return time at the table still unclear. Warriors 8th place in the West, 2.5 games up on the Portland Trail Blazers. While the Blazers play the Nuggets tomorrow, Shaedon Sharpe will not be playing. He has not practiced since the All-Star break. He is out. But Matisse Thybulle, who's only played 4 games this season and none since October 29th, has practiced the last 2 days, and his status is TBD against the Nuggets. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver informed the league's 30 general managers today that the NBA plans to make anti-tanking rules changes for next season. Details are unknown, but the general managers have been told what may be happening. NCAA President Charlie Baker reiterated his support for a plan to expand the NCAA tournament in the near future, move it up from 68 teams to more than 68, but Matt Norlander reporting that discussions of that expansion is on hold, and if we get new news, it will not be until mid-April. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The Fan.
All right. Welcome back. Hope you're having a nice little Thursday. We are your sportsmen. My name is Isaac. Big Sook's right over there.
Right here.
Look at him. Stephen Vaughn having a day. He's been over there.
He's battling.
Yeah, battling hard. We had some engineering issues earlier in the program. Fixed by our team of engineers.
Yeah, we seem to be back on. Now, do we know, is Oregon baseball going? Did we figure that out?
No, I don't know.
He's not the best in the business for nothing. Look at him over there.
Dynamite dropping.
It's like, I don't know.
Well, in his defense, he's not in charge of that. He's
That's
in
true.
charge of our show.
And
that's all he was trying to do was produce our show when other things started playing.
I'm no engineer, I can tell you that.
It was Thunderdome in there, but we're fixed. We're back. It's been a day at the tower, apparently. So, coming up here. Jace.
What do we got?
Well, I've got some audio, more sports audio.
I've had a lot of sports audio today. Some has worked, some has not.
Well, we'll see if we get to it, but Dan Wetzel has a radical college football idea that we will discuss. Also, Mark Cuban came out and he was talking about tanking the other day.
Yeah.
Posted a thing on social medias. We talked about it here. Cuban's thoughts on tanking and what the NBA should do. Well,
I thought they were very, by the way, I don't know if you don't have to agree with them, but I thought it was well thought out and he made a good argument.
Yeah, Matt Ishbia is the owner of the Phoenix Suns, and he has now come out and he has strong opinions about tanking. And it is not the same as Mark Cuban, I can tell you that.
No.
And we also have what was discussed at the NBA meetings to curb tanking. Now, there's nothing in place yet.
No, but the report is that the NBA is going to enact anti-tanking rules next season, like major. This will not be a slight tweak, like a fine, which is what they're doing now. It sounds like there are going to be some real changes coming down the pipeline.
So we have the list of the things that they discussed.
Yes.
So we'll go through those. Coming up tonight in the club, we didn't get to this yesterday, but we have the best foods to shove in your ass. Followed by...
Now, there's a segment
Thank you.
I thought we had solved that, and the correct answer was a burrito, but apparently
no. This is according to the U.S. government.
How about that? I didn't know the U.S. government was doing such things.
We also have an NFL owner and Jeffrey Epstein, and the new key to a happy life.
Oh. Well, that's good. Yeah. We all deserve to be happy, right?
We continue to study why we're so miserable.
We are. Like, life has never been easier in the history of the world, and yet we're more miserable than ever.
It's good to know the government's spending money wisely.
Go ask Mick Cronin how he feels.
Are you raising your voice?
You want to talk about a miserable dude who has no reason to be miserable.
So that is what we have coming up. If you don't like that, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe tune in again tomorrow.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Headlines, the U.S. women's hockey team did win the gold today.
Got a little hairy.
They beat Canada 2-1 in overtime. It was a great game.
Yes, it was.
And I forget the girl's name who scored the tying goal.
Megan Keller.
Knight.
The tying goal.
The girl who scored, I forget what her first name is, but her last name was Knight. I believe she was the captain.
What a play.
Yes. Phenomenal. And it was down.
And she does that on purpose?
Yes.
Like, because it looks like one of those, it's like just deflects off of her stick and in. But she's trying to deflect that in.
Yes.
What a great play. And it was with like 2 minutes left.
Yeah. It's funny is that's the same sort of play that Canada scored on yesterday, the men's team, to send it into overtime. No, that is a real thing where you stand in front, and it's a hell of a skill. But yeah, with that puck flying at you, those people direct. Now, some of that is luck, obviously, right? Yeah, that is a purpose play in front of the net.
So she was surrounded by 3 Canadians.
Yes.
And you never want to be surrounded by 3 Canadians.
No.
So
it's being a bunch of syrup-filled mooses up there.
There was I don't know who the gal was that did the breaks, the commentary during the intermissions.
Yeah.
But she was really good. Obviously, she used to play on the U.S. women's hockey team. I don't know what her name is.
Yeah.
She was really good, and she was explaining that play. And she was saying, look, that whoever centered it lobbed it in there. It wasn't like a hard shot.
Yes.
She's lobbing it in there on purpose, and Knight is sitting in there amongst
Hillary Knight.
3 mooses, and it just grazes off her stick and into the corner of the net. Even though it was kind of lobbed in there, it was going so fast. Like, how do you even do that? Like you say, some of it is luck.
Yeah.
But the woman that was commentating said, you have no idea how hard it is to do what she just did.
Yes.
And she did it in the most clutch moment of the biggest game of her life.
Yes. It's incredible.
Really amazing.
Whenever you watch, if you ever watch hockey, you will see this quite a bit. And there are people that make entire careers of just having big asses and they plant them in front of the net and you can't move them. And that is a thing, because a lot of times, like at the end of games like that, people will pack in. Like all Canada is trying to do at that point is just you're just packing it in.
Roadblock, baby.
Roadblock. And so it's really hard to get shots through. Like if you watch that from the goalie's view, I mean, whoever the U.S. gal that put it in there, she is throwing that through 5 different bodies. And so all that person is trying to do is get it in front of the net and then see what happens.
Right.
And Hillary Knight literally goes 5-0. She puts it between her own legs. But that is a 100% purpose play. You tilt the stick and you just try.
You hope for a deflection.
And you hope for a deflection.
And it was perfect.
Yes.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah,
so,
it is absolutely incredible. And then in overtime, they took care of it. Once that happened, I felt like Canada had been up 1-0 the entire game. And to give up a goal like that, Canada was not coming back. That was an absolute soul-crushing goal.
Our 3rd gold medal for the U.S. women's hockey team.
USA! USA! Well, and I'll give credit. Like, we have kind of dominated this series with Canada for a while now, but in these big moments, Canada has always risen to the occasion, and they damn near did it again.
Well, they played great.
So I give credit. I mean, we had already beat them 5-0 earlier in the tournament, and so Canada was a massive underdog. They played their asses off, and just a 2 minutes, minute and a half short of finishing off what would have been one of the bigger upsets in the Olympics.
Good little game.
Oh, great game.
Good.
And now we just need the U.S. men and the Canadian men to do the same. So they have to get through the semis. Slovakia and Finland stand in the way of Canada and the U.S. meeting in the gold medal game which would be Sunday.
So the NBA returns tonight, if you care. Blazers tomorrow. But, yeah, that's exciting.
Is it? Are you really watching the Rockets and Hornets
Well,
right
I had to
now?
think about your question, and I have an answer.
Okay.
And the answer is no.
Well, Pistons-Knicks going on right now. That's kind of fun.
No, it isn't.
No.
No.
Nuggets-Clippers?
70-48, the Cavaliers lead the Nets. Catch the fever.
Well, I got the Kevin Durant drama.
We do get my Spurs tonight.
Oh, we do? I didn't see
Yeah,
that one.
they're
on
playing
the
the Suns.
Oh, we'll see.
I like the Spurs. That's the only team worth watching right now.
That's the only one?
Yeah.
According
Until Oklahoma City gets healthy.
Yeah.
Denver, are they healthy yet?
Yeah, Jokic is back.
He's back?
Yeah.
Okay. And is Gordon back?
No.
Yeah, see, okay. Call me when they're healthy. And then in the East, I guess Detroit's pretty...
Detroit's the 1 seed.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was saying. You got Detroit and New York, which is, I think the Knicks are 2 or 3, and Detroit's 1, so...
I don't know. There's something about the East that I just don't... I care even less about that.
I don't blame you for that. I mean...
You know what I'm saying?
To be honest with you...
Look, if I gave you right now, if I said Thunder, Spurs, Nuggets...
Yeah.
How confident are you that one of those is the champion?
I probably would take
Very
that.
confident.
Yes.
Probably?
Yeah. Well, weird stuff happens, but...
Not really.
Probably. Look, if you take those 3 teams of the field, I'll take the 3 teams.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
It's an easy one. I don't even know who else would be in there.
Oh.
I mean,
Detroit.
maybe Houston?
Detroit, Houston.
Yeah.
Detroit's not winning this year. You think they're winning a title?
I wouldn't think so, but, I mean, they're the best team. I mean, they're, I think, 2 games back of Oklahoma City for the best record.
They've been awesome all season long.
Yes. Now, it does kind of have that feeling that may be one of those teams that has to take their lumps in the playoffs, but I don't think you can write off Detroit. I think there's a belief that if Minnesota pulls their head out of their ass, maybe Minnesota could do something in the West if you're looking for a team out of there, but, you know.
One of the Nuggets, Spurs, or Thunder will win the title.
Yes. Yes.
Very predictable.
Yes.
Or maybe the Zers going around. Yeah, that would be the one.
No, but
Matisse Thybulle's coming back. So.
I would tell you, though, the
My man, I
the
love
Zervs have the easiest record or easiest schedule going forward.
Watch out.
Look, they're going to be in the playoffs. No one behind them is trying to win. They're going to be in the playoffs, and there's a chance they get into that 7-8 where you only have to win one in the play-in, and then they get drilled by either Oklahoma City or
All right.
San Antonio.
What a ringing endorsement.
Hey, at least you'll
Nobody
get a
else wants to win.
Well,
the Blazers are one of 9 teams who actually want to win.
They're
They will
making
be
rules
ranked
against the tanking.
9th.
Yes.
But yes, 2.5 games back from Golden State. Yeah. Steph Curry still not healthy.
Look, at least you're going to get, in theory, you should be able to get a couple games with Oklahoma City or San Antonio in the playoffs at Moda. That's kind of fun, right?
And at worst, you'll get probably a home play-in game.
Yeah. So, you know.
So you want to go to Moda Center, the old-ass, dark, dingy Moda Center, and watch Oklahoma City beat Portland 151-112?
Well, they have good nachos there. They have the, you know. They have a nice speakeasy down there. I don't know. I'd go. If there's a playoff game in Portland, I don't know about the play-in game. If it's Golden State and Portland in the play-in game, I'm good. But if it's Oklahoma City, I hope it's San Antonio. Because
they're not going to be in the play-in game.
No.
They'd be the 1 seed.
They'd be the 1 seed.
Yeah. You're saying get through the play-in game.
Yes.
And get a matchup
with Oklahoma City, but hopefully the Spurs. Would I go see Wemby in the playoffs at Moda Center? Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yes, I'll go.
He is worth the price of admission.
Yes. It's going to be interesting when the Blazers get my media credential for that one. They're going to be like, what? Yes, I would.
I hope they deny you.
There was a homeless guy that covered the team, for God's sakes, for like 10 years. I can't get a press pass.
Wait, who's that?
You don't remember that guy?
Serious?
Yeah.
Blazers. Who?
There was like a newspaper that focused on homeless issues. We've talked about this.
Oh, that's right.
And his name was like Daryl.
Yeah.
And he was a homeless gentleman.
Big D.
And he would cover, but I forget the name of the publication. Someone on the text program will know. But it was like a local free paper that dealt with, street issues, the streetmen. And he would go and cover Blazer games. And he would sit up on Media Row, and he wasn't the cleanliest of fellows. I'm not exactly sure what he did, but he got the meal, and he would sit up there and no one wanted to sit by him because he smelled a little bit. But that guy covered the team for years. For years. And you're telling me I can't get a press pass? Come on.
Yes, because he's covered the team for years, and you haven't.
He'll write something too.
Yeah,
like
he'll
about
actually
the game.
cover the
What are
game.
you gonna do? Just watch
You're
the game?
going there to get drunk.
Nah, I'm coming. I'm
gonna call them and make sure they know this.
I'm
these
sitting
shenanigans.
up on press row. What's gonna happen when I show up? Hey, what's up? What's up, boys? We doing this? Yeah, let's go. It'd be less shocking than if you showed up on press row.
Well, yeah, it would be. Do you think they'll know? Like, if I call them, like,
Street
hey,
Roots was the name of it.
Street Roots, yeah. I'm like, hey, it's Rob. They're like, who? No, it's Isaac Rob. They're like, who? No, Rob.
R-O-P-P.
New phone, who dis? Hang up. Yeah, they probably won't even know who I am. But I am going to call them and make sure that they don't give you a press pass. That's bullshit. Because you know what you're doing? You're taking that away from Street Roots or somebody that really...
That's it. I'm covering
somebody that really wants to be there.
I'm covering a game in the second half of the season. I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna get audio. I'm asking questions.
Dude, I'm
gonna pick a random game and I'm gonna cover the hell out of it.
Please do that.
I'm gonna look at the schedule.
Now,
right
if you do that, I'm okay with all of this.
Yeah.
Because I want the audio to play. Now, it has to be a one-on-one interview.
Yeah. I'm gonna go down there. I'm getting the scoop.
Yeah, and I don't even care what player you interview. The more obscure, the better.
Oh, it will be obscure.
Yeah.
I'm finding the guy that no one else is talking to, and I'm getting the scoop.
Find the guy that lights up when he sees a reporter coming at him. Like, oh my God, he wants to talk to me?
Chris Murray.
Chris Murray. Yeah. Who else? Who's that?
Sissoko.
That guy. Get that guy.
I'm talking to the big tariff. I'm going right to the big tariff.
Does he have a...
He's got an interpreter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
I'm picking my game. And by the way, what's the worst home game on the schedule? Because it needs to be bad.
Kings.
Utah.
Oh, they play. Well, do they play Sacramento?
Yeah, they got to play Sacramento at some point, right? Oh, last game of the year.
Boom. There's your game.
Sunday, April 12th. Book it. I'm there.
When they're all sitting.
Dude, I'm covering the hell out of this.
All right, the Indiana Bears next on The Fan.
The Fan is
All right, coming up in our next segment, we will discuss what the NBA discussed about how they're going to curtail tanking. But first, this kind of came out of nowhere. But the state of Indiana has unanimously passed a bill to lure the Bears away from Chicago.
Yeah, the Bears have been trying to get financing because they're not going to pay for a stadium. We've talked about this a million times. Billionaires don't want to pay for stadiums. And they couldn't get the site and the funding they wanted, and so they threatened to look elsewhere, including a different state. And not only do we now have Indiana, but I guess Iowa, believe it or not, Iowa is trying to pass their own bill, trying to lure the Bears to Iowa.
Well,
at least Indiana is close enough where it will just be like a New York, New Jersey sort of thing. Right. Iowa is a little more of a hike.
Yeah, I'll say.
Yeah.
Those that know geography know that the Bears are not moving to Iowa.
No.
But Indiana was just on the other side of the border. It's way south Chicago. All the Bears fans are already there, can go down there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing that the Chiefs did. The Chiefs did this. They're
states.
The Chiefs are currently in Missouri, and they leveraged Missouri against Kansas, and Kansas came up with more money and a better package, and so Kansas City is now, or the Chiefs are now building a new stadium in Kansas.
Yeah.
They're moving states, so that it be, like if you're a professional sports franchise, it behooves you to be right near state lines.
Yes.
Because you can pit the states against each other.
So we have the Chiefs will do this, although at least with Chiefs, it's still Kansas City. They don't even have to change anything.
Well, this is technically still Chicago. I mean, they're talking about it in a place, like, because not a lot of people know, like Gary, Indiana's way up there.
Yes.
Like, that's not where you want to put the football team.
No.
But just west of that is the state lines, and it's basically South Chicago.
Yeah.
But it's...
it'd be like moving the Blazers to Vancouver.
Exactly. It's a town called...
But can you imagine how pissy Portlanders would be?
What do they call it?
If part of the new thing with Moda, like you can't, Dundon's like, I don't want to renovate Moda, and Portland won't do it. And Washington's like, hey, right in the new waterfront district down there, what if we built you a stadium to go? Like, people would lose their effing mind.
That wouldn't bother me.
It would.
Of course, I don't go anywhere.
Portland fans would lose their S.
So at least they're still here.
It would not go over well.
I wouldn't be happy.
And at least with the Bears, you only have to go to...
Because it's a further drive?
Well, it's a different state.
It's a different state. It's not even Oregon.
And
I know, but it's like right there.
Doesn't matter.
I do not know I don't know what the politics are between Indiana and Illinois, but I don't know if you've noticed this, but a lot of Portland and Washington people don't like each other. And we get into a D-measuring contest, and the Seahawks aren't our team.
Well, wait. That's Seattle. That's not Vancouver.
It's still Washington.
Same thing.
It's
Boy, I
it
don't
wouldn't
view it
go
that
well.
way.
It
but
wouldn't
anyway,
go well.
This is a town called Hammond, Indiana.
Yeah.
And it's it's a bill. It passed by a vote of 24-0 that would clear a path for the Bears to build a stadium there. Now they're probably just trying to get leverage. And maybe got leverage.
It kind of sounds like everything, because I've been trying to follow this a little bit. It feels
Are they moving to Indiana?
It feels like the Indiana one is more likely.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, you know who's another one who could do this? Isn't Cincinnati like right there? The airport's in Kentucky, right?
Kentucky. So
the Bengals could move to Kentucky.
Yeah. Well, we have the Giants and the Jets are both in New Jersey, and by the way, have always been in New Jersey. So it's not New York. Those should be the New Jersey Giants and the New Jersey Jets. The Commanders are in Maryland. They're not in D.C.
Yeah.
Although I do believe their new stadium deal is going to put them back in D.C. Because they're building a new one, and I think that's back. I'm trying to think if there's any other. Well, Golden State moved, but they were never the Oakland Warriors, but they moved from Oakland to San Francisco. They moved across the bay. But they didn't have to change the name.
Turns out it's very common.
Yeah. I mean, it does. Well, and there's the other one, the San Francisco 49ers. They are not in San Francisco. They're in Santa Clara.
They're way down there.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is not.
There's probably even more.
Yeah. So states are, cities are one thing, states are another, but this does happen quite a bit. And then we had the whole Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim horse crap. Remember that whole thing?
Yeah, they're still in Anaheim, aren't they?
Yeah, they're still in Anaheim.
But they took Anaheim out of the name.
Yes.
Cool.
Because they were the Anaheim Angels, and they're like, wait, for whatever reason, we need to claim L.A. And they're like, no, we already. Well, now and then they were the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, right?
Yeah.
That whole thing. It's so dumb.
The Portland Trailblazers of Vancouver.
Yeah, what would they call them?
it would still be Portland. And just it would be the Portland Trailblazers. I would love to know what Blazer fan would do, because you'd still go to the games, but the outrage would be palpable.
Yeah, because you wouldn't lose your team. Like you still have your team, but like I would be mad because it's over the river now. We're in Washington. This is not Oregon.
You got to go all the way
Portland.
to Vancouver, which is like 10 minutes up the road.
And I would actually be better from a traffic standpoint, probably going than that. In
the new I-5 bridge.
If you built that with the new I-5 bridge, that would be better than being in Hillsboro, or be better than being in Happy Valley.
Package Deal Stadium and the bridge together.
I'll tell you what, this is actually a pretty good exercise. Besides your just dumb biases about, we can't be in another state. If I give you a nice new awesome arena, and it's right down there on the waterfront, and that waterfront area in Vancouver's pretty nice right now. I don't think it's as great as everyone says it is, but it's pretty nice. But let's just say they build that up and it becomes this amazing area to go to a game and dinner and drinks and have a good night out. I'll give you that, or I'll give you the homeless shelter that is the Moda Center. Which are you choosing? You just for principle, you're just like, I'm not going to Washington. I'm gonna go down there and shoot up with that guy and jump on the mats and get a needle in my ass.
That is such a good point, because the waterfront there's an El Gaucho down there. There's all kinds of great new restaurants. It's clean. It's nice. And Portlanders would be like, no, I'm not doing it. I want to go and see the homeless grain silo.
That's not my Trailblazers.
You guys are idiots. God.
That's how people are.
Unbelievable.
All right. By the way. And Bear fan will, like I said, at least with Bear fans, you only have to do it 8 times a year. Whereas, Blazer fan, you got 41 dates. And the Washington people would poke. They'd poke a lot.
They would.
Yeah.
Did you know that the Raiders are actually in Paradise, Nevada, on the other side of the freeway there?
That's Paradise?
Apparently.
It's on the other side of the freeway, though. But it's on, really?
Yeah.
You could hit
technically
you could hit a driver and hit it from the strip.
You sure can. Then another one you missed was Buffalo plays in Orchard Park.
Oh, that's true.
New York.
Yeah.
And New England, the Patriots are in Foxborough.
Yeah, that's not.
The Cowboys are in Arlington.
Yeah. So there are a lot of those where the city. Well, I was looking. Have you seen the new?
The Braves. They're in Cumberland.
Yeah. Have you seen the new baseball park they're building in Vegas? Like they've poured that. Like
No, I haven't seen it.
They've the decks are all poured. Nice. Like that thing is underway.
Let's go.
I didn't realize how, if you could hit a ball and hit the MGM.
Yeah, it's right there.
It's right there.
It's not a very big plot.
No, I thought that would be more kind of like the football stadium where you could see it, but it is. When I saw the construction updates on it, I was like, oh my God, it is right there.
Well, nobody's going to care about it. That's why it's so small.
What?
Nobody's going to care about the baseball team.
Why not? Vegas, are you serious?
Vegas supports the Raiders. They support the Knights.
Dude, the Vegas is a perfect spot for a baseball team.
Yeah. And it's, by the way, the stadium's horrific looking. It's like the worst looking stadium I've ever seen in my life.
Well, don't they have like the little bubble over it?
Yeah, there's like some weird bubble because it needs to be air conditioned. It looks atrocious, but because right now they don't have it. They just have.
Boy, you're right. You hit a home run. You're smashing into somebody's window.
Yes.
Somebody's hotel room at the MGM.
MGM, or you're hitting it across the highway.
And that, by the way, is why people will care. That's part of why people will care.
We always talk about the Raiders have the worst fan base because their home stadium is full of the other team.
Well, are
they going to expect teams to travel to Vegas for all the baseball games?
Well, I think
people will go.
If the Raiders get good, you watch.
Well, all I know is the Vegas Knights. Now, granted, the Vegas Knights are good and have been good since the inception.
They love them.
They love them.
Don't they come from all the suburbs to watch the?
And everyone thought it'd be like this transient thing. I've been to 2 games down there. That place is packed, and they have embraced that. And that's hockey. If they embrace hockey, I'm assuming that they'll embrace baseball as long as you give them a good product.
Listen, we go to Vegas in the summer, and I think that would be awesome.
You would do? Like if you
I would 100% go.
I would absolutely go to a baseball game.
Yeah.
Major League.
I'd be like, I can go to a baseball game when I'm in Seattle. Like if I'm going to Vegas, I'm doing something different. I'm not going to baseball.
Yeah. I mean, I think if you're just down on the strip right there and you can walk there, like why not? Keeps me off the tables for a couple hours.
Yeah. Well, I like
Lose
going.
Your hot streak, though.
I think one of my favorite things to do when I travel is see other arenas and parks. It's one of the first things I do, especially baseball, especially because it's such the stadiums are very unique as opposed to, football and it's once a week. So I would, if I go to Vegas, the first thing I would do is I would plan my Vegas trip around a baseball game. Like if I was to like, hey, we're going to Vegas sometime in the summer, I would make sure that there was a baseball game there when I went.
All right. So the Bears, meaningful steps towards moving to Indiana
or Iowa.
Matt Ishbia weighs in on tanking and what the NBA is discussing to curb tanking next. But first, here's Stephen with SportsCenter.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a SportsCenter update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This update brought to you by Mountaintop Metal Roofing. No maintenance, energy efficient, fire resistant, and a lifetime warranty. Do it once, do it right. Visit mountaintopmetalroofing.com. First on the Fan, U.S. women's hockey wins the gold medal in dramatic fashion today, beating Canada 2-1 in overtime. Megan Keller with the game winner. It's the third gold medal in women's hockey history for the United States of America. Stephen Curry, the Warriors guard, had an MRI on his right knee within the past 24 hours. Came back clean, but there still is pain and swelling that has not allowed him to return to the court. He will miss tonight's game against the Boston Celtics. His return timetable is unclear. Warriors in 8th place in the Western Conference, only 2.5 games up on the Trailblazers, and the Trailblazers will be back in action tomorrow against the Nuggets. Shaedon Sharpe has not practiced since the All-Star break. He will be out, while Matisse Thybulle has only played 4 games this season, and none since October 29th has practiced the last 2 days. His status is to be determined against Denver. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver has informed the league's 30 general managers today that the NBA plans to make anti-tanky rules for next season to try to make teams not tank going into next year. NCAA President Charlie Baker, he reiterated his support for a plan to expand the NCAA tournament in the near future. When he talked to ESPN today, saying, quote, "We're still talking to the various players in this one. I said all along that I think there are some very good reasons to expand the tournament, so I would like to see it expand," end quote. While Matt Norlander is reporting that if this does happen, we will not find out for a while. We'll find out in mid-April, as all discussions have been on hold. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
All right, now to more on tanking. Matt Ishbia, the owner of the Suns, came out and he pulled a Mark Cuban and posted his thoughts on tanking.
Well, it's at the point now where the NBA cannot ignore this. It's a huge issue, and they're going to address it. And the fact that all these owners now are coming out and speaking on it, seems like everyone has an opinion on it.
Ishbia's opinion is strong. He writes, "This is ridiculous. Tanking is losing behavior done by losers. Purposefully losing is something nobody should want to be associated with. Embarrassing for the league and for the organizations, and the talk about this as a strategy is ridiculous. If you're a bad team, you get a good pick. That makes sense. But purposely shutting down players and purposely losing games is a disgrace and impacts the integrity of the whole league. This is much worse than any prop bet scandal. This is throwing games strategically. Horrible for fans that pay to watch and cheer on their team, and horrible for all the real teams that are competing for playoff spots. Awful behavior that Adam Silver and the NBA will need to stop with massive changes, and I have complete confidence that with his leadership, he will fix it. Those of us in a position of influence need to speak out. The only strategy is doing right by fans, players, and the NBA community."
So needless to say that Mark Cuban and Matt Ishbia not on the same side here.
Well, you could argue, and I'm sure Cuban would, you can do right by fans by tanking and getting a better draft pick.
Yes.
And turn it around
Well,
fast.
go ask the San Antonio Spurs if tanking for Wemby turned out to be a pretty good thing.
So here's what Sham said. He is, of course, NBA scribe Shams Charania. You know him with the beautiful hair.
Yes.
Wonder how much product he puts in that.
Wonder if he's still rocking that LA looks from back in the day.
Multiple sources with knowledge of Thursday's GM meetings as well as a late January competition committee meeting told ESPN that the following concepts have been discussed to curb tanking. First-round picks can be protected only top 4 or top 14 plus.
Yes. So this would just go down to, I mean, that seems like a fairly simple thing that doesn't seem that radical. Because some of the stuff that's out there that was being proposed, including like the tournament at the end of the year to determine draft order, seems a bit ridiculous.
Lottery odds freeze at the trade deadline or at a later date.
See, that's a little weird too, because then wouldn't that just encourage tanking at the beginning?
From the start of the season.
From the start of the season?
Yeah.
I guess that would somewhat prevent, like, I don't know, a team that had, like the Dallas Mavericks, the year that they got Cooper Flagg, that was a decent team, and then it kind of went south at the end, and then you pull the cord. So it wouldn't stop tanking at the beginning of the year. Like, if you know going in you have no chance, but it would stop the middle of the road teams at the end of the year, kind of what I don't know, Sacramento is doing right now.
Then it says no longer allowing a team to pick top 4 in consecutive years and or after consecutive bottom 3 finishes.
Yeah, that's the repeated tanker. You know, the NHL has this where you're not allowed to have the top pick 2 years in a row.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Does that work out all right?
It can. The NHL has a little more wonky odds where the worst team doesn't always get the pick, and like the Red Wings haven't made the playoffs in like 11 years, and it feels like we always get screwed in the lottery. But yeah, you can't, and I think that's the only stipulation. I'd have to double check, but I know you can't have the number 1 pick 2 years in a row.
Teams cannot pick top 4 the year after making the conference finals.
Okay, so that would be like
Oklahoma City.
And
but
so
I don't like that because I think
if Oklahoma is smart enough to get someone,
the Pacers this year.
Yeah.
Because they made the finals last year and they suck this year.
But I just think that if you're smart enough to get those kind of, like you probably pulled off a good move.
Yeah.
To be able to not only be in the conference finals but then have a top 5 pick. I don't think you should be penalized for that.
I think the idea is more of kind of what I didn't even think about that, but Indiana, right? You have an injury or 2, like you lose Miles Turner, Halliburton goes down, and so you're just like, screw it, we're gonna be bad. And then you get a top pick, and then you bring those guys back, and you're like, oh, here we are.
We're good again.
That's I don't know if they made the finals, but conference finals. But Tim Duncan, the one year Tim Duncan was bad, and they got not Tim Duncan, David Robinson, and David Robinson got hurt, and that year they got Tim Duncan, and that led to
dynasty.
Yeah.
A couple of other options: lottery odds allocated based on 2-year records.
The rolling average.
Again, I don't see how that
just suck for 2 years.
Yeah, exactly. Lottery extended to include all play-in teams.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that would give you incentive to, again, we'll go back to, I'm just using recent examples, the Dallas Mavericks. They tanked because they should have been a play-in team. And they're like, no, like this, like being in the play-in, and this is where I get teams, and this actually kind of makes sense. If you are the Blazers, you're not going anywhere as the 8 seed. So believe it or not, it behooves you to not make, if you ask me as a franchise, which would you rather be, the 8 seed or
15th?
Yeah.
You want 15th?
You want 15.
Especially in the draft this year. It's
exactly.
a great draft.
So if you evened the odds and you made, and I get like weighing it, like if you're really bad, you should have a better pick. But I could see a world where being the 7, 8, and 9 have the same draft odds or close to it to 10, 11, 12. That way you don't have to make a distinction of, well, I want to get into the playoffs to get some experience, but we're not going anywhere. I think that is the one that actually makes the most sense to any of these.
And then the last one is flatten the odds for all lottery teams.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think that's horrible.
No. And it may be, again, you may get a run of bad luck. And I mentioned that in hockey. The Red Wings have not been good, and we have never gotten the good bounce. And in hockey, it's a lot like the NBA. The best players are they're the top 3.
But wouldn't that last one solve it? Like, if it's flat lottery odds,
yes,
there is no incentive to tank.
No.
So why not just do that?
Because that's the stinky part of if you're bad and you have bad luck. Imagine being a dog crap team, and for 4 years in a row, you just end up on the wrong side of the ping pong balls, and you miss out on Wemby, Cooper Flag, year after year after year, and you keep ending up with the 7th or 8th pick. I can see you as a fan base. If that happened to Portland, you're telling me the frustration level wouldn't be through the roof.
That's frustrating, but there's no perfect answer. So it's pick your poison. Would you rather have that, which doesn't bother me? And the reason that doesn't bother me is because even teams that get high draft picks screw it up.
Yeah.
The same teams always seem to get the highest draft picks,
sure,
and they're not any better. So what's the difference? You can pick that poison or the other poison of there's no tanking. Yeah. Which do you want? Yeah. I'd rather have the latter. I mean, flat lottery... Right? Aren't you done there?
The flat lottery is a lot better than the idea of what's being floated out there of make them free agents. Because I've
make what
the other one
to abolish the draft.
Abolish the draft and just make them free agents. And if you want to give Cooper Flag, whatever, you kind of eliminating the rookie salary cap, and like if you want to bottom out your team to go do that, you can do it. But there's going to have to be a strategy of team building, and now with the new CBA, it's harder to pay everybody. So there is. I've heard that one out there of just abolish the rookie pay wage scale thing.
So what would happen with Cooper Flag then?
He'd be a free agent.
He'd be a Laker or Nick.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He'd go to the rich teams.
You would think, but if they don't have the salary cap to get him, because he's going to go somewhere that's able to give him a max contract.
Right.
And every offseason, we know there's only a handful of teams that are even able to do that.
Yeah, but they always shed, and they always get in position.
Yeah.
That would be interesting, though, because to Suk's point, if a bad team had a max contract, you're getting $150 million guaranteed from the get-go. Would that make you not want to go to one of the big markets?
Yeah. Yeah, look, there's no
for say $20 million.
There's no silver bullet. There's no perfect solution. But yes, I wonder if you had a Cooper Flag, and you said you can go play with the Lakers or wherever, right? You can go to a major market team, and they can guarantee you, $45 million or $60 million, or you can go sign with the Utah Jazz, who now can give you a guaranteed deal of $135 million. Again, you'd have to tweak the rookie, but you're not going to get a super max. But hey, they're going to give you $150 million guaranteed, and they have the space to do it. That's a lot of money to turn down.
We had the whole conversation of Darren Peterson, how he just takes the highest bidder.
Yeah.
That would be the ultimate. Am I just going to take the highest bidder, or am I going to go about the best fit, basketball wise?
Yeah.
Well, I would say this after listening to what Shams reported and hearing some of the things that are tossed out there. There are ways to curtail this.
Yeah.
I mean, like I for the longest time, without thinking through it or seeing any of these suggestions, I was always kind of like, I don't know how you solve that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm cautiously optimistic. Maybe they can help it by some of these things they're discussing.
Yeah. Look, putting some guardrails in place are going to make it better. Can it solve the problem? No, because you can't force people to play. You can't force organizations to make certain decisions, but you can incentivize it and make it where
what
or de-incentivize it, I guess I should say, is the better way to do it.
What?
You can go back to the old way of doing it, of just giving everyone one ping pong ball.
Well, that's flat lottery odds.
Yeah, that's
right?
that's
what I mean.
Well, flatten the lottery odds. I think they're saying that. I don't think they're
All
saying
the
that
same.
all the same. I think they're saying that shrink.
Oh,
the margins,
shrink it. No,
but-
I think when I heard that, I think flat.
No, because
everybody the same.
Because what they do now is it's all combinations. Remember, but back in the day, it's frozen envelope, right?
There you go.
If there's 15 teams or whatever it is, dude, there's 15 ping pong balls, and
I like that until the big markets, all of a sudden get the first pick of the draft every single time.
You mean like the Knicks?
Yeah, frozen envelope.
They did that to try to get rid of the speculation and and yet people still love to scream conspiracy, even though it's like impossible to rig these things. Remember the Blazers were one ball combination away from getting Wemby.
Ooh, that's wild.
Yeah, the way they do it, it's weird. It is not. Yeah,
it's like 7 ping pong balls with numbers on it, and then they just draw it one at a time, and then they go to the big board.
Yeah.
All right, we will wrap it up next on The Fan.
It's time. a.m.
Hey, I have an announcement to make.
Announce away.
Here on the Fan. Fan Madness is back. We want you to join us Thursday, March 19th and Friday, March 20th for the two most exciting days of basketball at Tom's Watch Bar at A Casino Resort in Ridgefield.
Come see us. It's a great time. You might see Joey Harrington's drunken brother wearing a Joey Harrington jersey.
Dirt and Sprague, The Firm of Harris and Meringue, The Fan Happy Hour, and Primetime with Isaac and Zook?
Something like that.
Zook?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
All broadcasting live throughout the day. Don't miss a minute of the action, it says here. Play hooky with the Fan for Fan Madness, brought to you by A and Window Nation. Yes. March 19th and 20th at A Casino Resort.
The windows. The window daddy will be there, I can assure you.
I might bring some double hungs out.
Please.
Put them on display.
I don't know what double hungs are, but I'm upset that I don't have them.
I think you probably do. They're pretty common.
I want some double hungs.
Anyway, we want you to come hang with us.
Yeah, come do it.
You know I'm double
hung.
hung.
You're double hung? What? Huh?
Show me your double hung.
What? All right. Well, we got a break because we got to get to the club.
Yeah.
But there's a little sports here.
Sports. By the way, it's funny because I mentioned that the POTUS was going on with Pate. And then my computer on my timeline, I guess they taped it today. They're at a fast food joint. I think they're at a Chick-fil-A.
Where? Where is Josh Pate from?
I think he's a Bama guy. But they literally set up, there's Josh Pate, and here comes the president, and it's set up, I believe, at a Chick-fil-A. And they just got a little table there with what appears to be a couple sodas and some sandwiches. And
got a lot of friends there, fat.
They're going to sit down. They're going to talk college football.
Nothing bad can happen. It can only good happen.
So I guess they're taping it today, and then they'll probably run it on Sunday. But I love that it's...
Run it on what?
He has a podcast.
Yeah, so that's the only way we're going to...
Yeah, I'm sure the clips will be out there, but yeah.
They're eating the dogs.
The report is that the president has become interested because the powers that be, the big influencers, want government intervention. I mean, the whole theory behind this is that the NCAA has let this thing crash into the side of the mountain because the only way that this thing gets solved without a collective bargaining agreement is the government stepping in and doing something. And there is a guy in the White House that apparently just will do whatever the hell he wants. And so that I think that is the plan that the NCAA has.
It's amazing the way I don't hear any applause for that. I love cows.
And now you have one of the most influential voices in college football that is sitting down and eating chicken sandwiches with a guy who, if the wind blows right, can make some wild decisions.
It's called sports.
So we'll see what comes of it.
I'm really rich.
NFL owner and Jeffrey Epstein. You knew this was coming.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll start there next on The Fan.
From the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This update brought to you by Mountaintop Metal Roofing. No maintenance, energy efficient, fire resistant, and a lifetime warranty. Do it once, do it right. Visit mountaintopmetalroofing.com. First on the Fan, U.S. women's hockey. They have taken home the gold medal in dramatic fashion after beating Canada 2-1 earlier today in overtime. Megan Keller with the game winner. It's the third gold medal in women's hockey history for the United States of America. Warriors guard Steph Curry, he had another MRI on his right knee within the past 24 hours. It came back clean, but there's still some pain and swelling that has not allowed him to return to the court. He's going to miss tonight's game against the Celtics, and his return timetable remains unclear. Warriors, 8th place in the Western Conference, only 2.5 games up on your Portland Trailblazers, who have a game tomorrow against the Nuggets. Shaedon Sharpe will not be playing as he has not practiced since the All-Star break, but Matisse Thybulle, who's only played in 4 games this year, none since October 29th, has been practicing. He's practiced the last 2 days, and his status is to be determined against Denver. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver informed the league's 30 general managers on Thursday that the NBA plans to make anti-tanking rule changes for next season. The official list not yet confirmed, but all general managers have been warned that there will be some changes coming forward. NCAA President Charlie Baker reiterated his support for a plan to expand the NCAA tournament in the near future. But Matt Norlander is saying that all discussions have been on hold for now to expand the 2027 tournament. But we will, if there is news, we will get it in mid-April. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
Your
Hey, Red Danny.
Two balls. It's my quarterback. Smiles and glory holes. El Travidor.
Our coochie board.
Relax. We couldn't do diddly poo.
Hey, Seattle.
We apologize.
It's time for the club, baby. On 105.1 and 1080, The Fan.
I'll get it in.
Hoo-wee.
Working construction, ripping cigs.
All right. Somebody texted and said, I may have missed it, but guessing you guys talked about the RFK Jr. Kid Rock workout video.
Yeah, I mentioned it the other day when I told you that he's a never nude. Like he's
you did. You said he jumped into a hot tub with
He jumped into an
jeans?
ice. Yes, he works out shirtless in jeans, and then he jumps into a cold plunge and then a hot tub, all while wearing jeans. And my theory is something's wrong with his legs. Because he's like 70, he's in great shape. He's probably on every steroid known to man, but he's in great shape. But he always works out in jeans and no shirt, which means something's going on with his legs. He got something weird down there that he doesn't want you to see.
Well, you did not miss it, sir. We did not talk about that. I only just now watched it.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to say.
It's the weirdest, and it's at Kid Rock's house. And this is the other.
That's his house?
That's his house. The other strange thing that I don't understand is.
By the way, he's getting old too.
Well, if you're trying to make so this is a real government video that they put out there. I get having RFK in his weird jeans be like a poster child for like being old and healthy. Right? Guy looks great. But of all the people that you could do a video with, Kid Rock looks terrible.
Well,
why? Like,
because he's popular, maybe.
It's the weirdest thing is that they own. Look, whatever side you're on, I get it, man. We have different beliefs, but isn't it odd that Kid Rock is the go-to for the Republic? No matter what, he's like the one guy. It's like Dean Cain, Kevin Sorbo, and Kid Rock. Like, that's the best you could come up with. There's not one healthy, known person that you could put working out with Robert Kennedy Jr. other than Kid Rock?
No, I'm guessing no one wants to do it.
It's so strange.
And at one point, he flips off the camera.
Yes.
Like, why would you?
I don't know.
Why would you do that?
And he's like really skinny, but he's got a gut, and he's sure. It's just, it's weird. The whole thing
is bizarre.
It's so strange.
But anyway.
There's sharks.
Yeah, there's a great
flags.
white shark. Yeah, like I
don't even know what we're doing.
I don't understand.
Believe me, I've stopped trying to figure out what we're doing. Like, again, I don't want to. Don't get me started, because we're doing stuff, regardless of whatever side you're on. Again, we're doing stuff that just makes no sense. We hung a banner today from the Department of Justice. The Department of Justice.
Wyatt, you're really obnoxious.
We hung a giant banner of the president's face. What?
Well,
yeah. Are you raising your voice at me?
That's North Korea stuff.
Yeah, why are you yelling at us?
No, we can't be this dumb, can we?
Stupid lib.
We can't.
Shut your lib hole.
We can't be. I don't
know, man.
know.
You understand that?
I've stopped worrying about
it. My brain is broken.
So
all I know is be like Kid Rock. Kid Rock is now, well, to be fair, Kid Rock is the face of healthy living. I would also like to point out that convicted child rapist Lawrence Taylor is on the President's Council of Physical Fitness, along with Tua Tagovailoa, that guy.
Come on, dude.
They are both on the President's Fitness Council.
Tua Tagovailoa.
So good.
Tagovailoa.
Lawrence Taylor.
Okay,
Lawrence
so
Taylor.
this goes
I'm
well.
done ranting.
This pairs well with our next story. I'll save the the uplifting Jeffrey Epstein stuff for next segment.
Thank God.
RFK Jr.'s new chatbot. So he has a chatbot. There's a new dietary guideline. The Department of Health and Human Services put it out.
Okay.
And it's a chatbot, and it advises you on, food choices, which is a good.
Yes,
I mean, it's
that
a good
makes
idea.
sense. Yes.
But
I wanted to just yell at you and tell you, "Hey, fatty, put down the McDonald's."
Unfortunately, we have internet, and we have trolls, and it is now giving out advice on the best foods to insert into your rectum. Because, people ask, it's a chatbot. So people are saying, hey,
Wait. And it's giving answers?
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow. By the way, what does that say about us that when we get a chatbot that's meant to help us, and that seems like a pretty reasonable, that actually seems like a pretty good idea. Like, you need help, like dietary things. It seems like it's a smart thing. And we immediately turn it into, what foods should I put in my keister?
Yeah, one of them was a banana.
USA. We deserve it all.
Hey, we won the gold.
A banana, huh?
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, that does, of the foods that you were going to stick in there, a banana is probably,
Well, yeah, I mean, think about what the chatbot would. I mean, it's chosen a cucumber and a banana. If you must know.
If you must know. Yeah. I would think maybe an eggplant if the emojis have taught me anything. It's funny that the eggplant became the de facto penis emoji and not the banana.
I'm going to shove a burrito in my ass.
I don't think the banana was... Is there a banana emoji?
There has to be, right?
I don't think there is. That's why it's the eggplant.
There's no banana emoji? There's other fruit emoji? There has to be a banana.
I think the banana, if they have one, it might be new. I'm looking here.
Because the eggplant did become the de facto...
there is a banana.
Yeah.
But it's peeled, so it looks like that. So it looks like that.
Again, wouldn't the peeled banana...
I don't know. I think the eggplant kind of works a little better, if I...
Well, I mean, look, the war is over.
Some people.
In the emoji war, the eggplant dominates but no one sends the banana.
No, it's not a thing.
It's the eggplant.
No.
I prefer to use the little shrimp when I talk about those.
Yeah, that's something. Banana and a cucumber.
So get on their new chatbot service.
I think you got to go banana. Right? Like maybe a nice Chiquita. That egg, the
curve though. There's the
cucumbers. The cucumber's terrifying. And then, the cucumber's it's solid.
I feel like a carrot's underrated in this situation.
Well, because, it's smaller. And that's what we want. Or do we?
What about a nice yam? I love, again, this is what we've turned. We can't do it. Is there anything we could do that people wouldn't turn into a joke and a terrible thing?
Well, I don't think there's anything the government could do.
No.
No.
Who says they're joking?
Oh, dear. Good point.
No matter what we do, that's where we're going to end up.
All right,
and wear your jeans while working out.
We've got an NFL owner. You knew this was going to come out.
Yeah.
But of the Epstein files that we can see, and maybe even some of the Epstein files that we can't see, other people have seen.
Yeah.
And there is an NFL owner who was buddy-buddy with Jeffrey Epstein.
Remember, you only went to the island to snorkel, though.
We'll get to that next on The Fan. has long said that it holds its owners to a higher standard than its players.
Okay.
But many are not buying that.
Yeah, it would be one of those.
Well, it was inevitable. We have an NFL owner named in the Epstein files.
Not just name. Do we have the emails? There's like hundreds of them.
His name is Steve Tisch, not to be confused with John Tesh.
No. Can I also ask, why do we keep doing he's been, like, people say he's been named, when there's a difference between, like, being, like, accused even, as opposed to having your own words emailed back and forth hundreds of times? That's not being named. That's just you having a relationship with him that we can read your own words.
He is the co-owner of the New York Giants, which I thought was Mara, but I guess this guy's...
Oh, he's the co-owner.
Is he a minority owner?
Well,
Mara was the
family. The Mora family is the one that goes back, but he is the CEO of the Giants.
So he calls it a brief association.
Oh yeah,
with Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
The league is saying we may or may not look into this.
Oh, yeah, no big deal. Remember, Tisch was just there for the snorkeling.
Yeah, so the emails shared by Tisch and Epstein are quite skeevy. This is according to Pro Football Talk. They objectify women. They show, at a more troubling level, an effort by Epstein to connect young women with men who can help them at a price. Mm-hmm. A recent report from The Athletic gives the NFL all it needs to aggressively investigate whether Tisch engaged in quid pro quo sexual harassment by conditioning help on something else.
Yeah, the Tisch had a scout. Him and Epstein, they did a combine for scouting people. So they did 1 to 10, and they had categories such as ass and character. He often asked whether they were pro or amateur. Pro or civilian or a working girl. But hey, just remember that he had a brief association with them, and they weren't that close. Because oftentimes, with people that I don't really know well, I ask them to procure me women, and then I ask to rate different categories and ask if they're a pro or not. And by the way, he's also pulled the, I didn't know, most of these emails took place years after Epstein had already been grabbed for being a child sex trafficker.
A woman recently interviewed by Radio France told a story about a 2013 interaction with an American producer who may have been Tisch. The producer, whoever he was, seemed to be trying to secure sexual favors in exchange for professional assistance. He may have committed battery by placing his hands on the woman's thighs, which would open the door to civil and criminal liability. The NFL, this is Pro Football Talk, is what they're doing is saying the NFL should actually investigate this. But they're not going to.
Well, it's one of the more powerful franchises in the NFL. And by the way, the Moras in the Tisch family, they split it 50-50, but Tisch does act as the vice president. I would also like to point out that in these that Tisch once asked, "Is my present in NYC, and can my surprise take me to lunch tomorrow?"
Wait, what? Is my what in NYC?
Present.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Gross.
After a meeting between Tisch and some of the women that was set up by Epstein, Epstein advised him that the girl was a little freaked out by the age difference.
Oh no.
And advised him to go slow. Yeah. In one of the meetings, Epstein told Tisch that he did very well and mentioned trying to convince a woman not to return to the Ukraine, to which replied, "Nice report. Funny comment on crying." Apparently the girl was crying. Great.
It makes me sad.
Hey, just remember, 400 plus emails, all involving this sort of stuff, but he had a brief relationship with him.
Look.
And he went to the island for snorkeling only.
I think you've just pointed out why being named is enough for most of us.
Yeah.
That's all. All I care about, I didn't need that detail. All I care about is Steve Tisch was buddies with Jeffrey Epstein, so I get it. I can do the rest in my head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't need,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The sad part is, like, you can say all those facts too, and everyone will be like, "Nope, don't believe it."
We've got it. It's your emails. We have got to stop with the "you've been named." No,
well,
you
but
haven't
again,
been named. You.
To a lot
this
of
is
people,
your words.
But to a lot of people, if you are in there, we get it. We know. I mean, it's not like we don't need like the evidence is there just by you being associated with him, right?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Look, I think there's a difference between having a name pop up and literally having your own correspondence.
But what I'm saying is, and there is, of course, but most people don't want to, they're not reading through it.
No.
It's enough for them to just hear the name. Oh, wow, him too. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm out on, that's as far as we want to go with it.
Apparently. And nothing happened, so I just...
Nothing will happen.
I just love the NFL because this all happened, you were gone, but this all happened right around the Super Bowl. And the NFL was like, we'll look into it. And no, you won't. Nothing will happen. But an NFL player, like, we'll look into Tyreek Hill, and we should. But an owner who's just buying women off of the most notorious sex trafficker we've ever seen, that is fine. I had a brief relationship with him, and you know what? I really regret it, and we're cool.
Hey, did you guys know we lost Lil Papa?
I don't know who Lil Papa is, but I did see that he died.
Nimick should know that.
But then I had to figure out who he was.
He's in there. Do you know Lil Papa Nimick? Yeah, rapper.
Every time one of these rappers
He's
dies,
not mustard on the beat, yo.
He is not mustard on the beat.
Eric Dane died too. Did you see that?
I do know him.
Yeah, Grey's Anatomy.
Was he McDreamy or McSteamy?
McSteamy, and he was 53. He had ALS.
ALS,
so
man.
he's passed.
And he was a handsome son of a bitch.
Tell you what, they're dropping like flies out there.
Yeah. Lil Papa, I guess he did himself in.
Lil Papa.
Yeah. Guess there was a car crash and a police chase, and then he. But every time that happens, like, I feel like a lot of these rappers die, and then no one's heard of them, but then it's a big deal.
When they die.
That's
so true.
Was Lil Papa really, like...
Never heard of him.
No. Had anyone heard of him?
Nimick said he was a real small timer.
I feel like that's most of, like, like that's most of those sorts of things.
Nipsey Hussle, that's the word I'm getting, was the biggest one of that.
Yeah.
He wasn't big, and then he died, and now he's like the biggest thing ever.
No, it's a big deal.
So he wasn't big?
According to Andrew Nimick.
Well, Nimick's he's a G. He would know.
I know. I took his word, straight to the air.
Was Big T big? He says it right in his name.
Big T.
Yeah, he died.
Who's Big T?
Well, I'm looking at a list of deceased rappers. And it's chronological.
I feel like there's a lot of deceased rappers. I feel like if you wanted to bet on what group of celebrity, you go rappers and wrestlers. I feel like those two. At any given day.
But there's more rappers than wrestlers.
That's true. But I feel like wrestlers, there's a lot of wrestlers, and they die literally all the time. Like every other day, I feel like a wrestler from the 80s or 90s is dying, and a rapper that I've never heard of is getting shot. I feel like that is a real thing that happens all the time.
Did you guys know DJ Young Slade died?
No. Did he get shot?
I don't know. Buku Tensai?
Oh, Buku. Yeah, that was my guy.
No, he was shot.
The other one I don't get, and
Z the Wizard.
All of these guys. So I see a lot of like when these people die.
Lil Toro.
And then I'll go on like YouTube or whatever, and I'll look up like Lil Toro or whatever.
Mars Co-op, that's a great one.
They all seem to be living the most extravagant lifestyle in the world, but in an industry like music that supposedly there's no money to be made anymore, how are they all living the greatest life of all time? They just got like stacks of thousands, and they're driving like a Lamborghini, and they're like some Miami man, and you're like, where is this money coming from? In what world? Because you can't sell any albums because there are no albums. You make no money off of streaming. You're not on some sort of national tour. And yet they all they're all flashing the most extravagant lifestyle of all time. Where does that money come from?
Your guess is as good as mine, fella.
I don't get it.
Have you heard of Glizzy the Tweaker?
No, but that's a great name. Glizzy the Tweaker?
Yeah, deceased. Rapper.
But it doesn't say how they're...
Yeah, it says self-defense.
Apparently, you died from self-defense?
Apparently Glizzy the Tweaker was shot and killed by a construction worker after they were attempting to rob him of tools.
Oh. So Glizzy the Tweaker was not doing very well.
He was protecting his saw.
Is it possible that Glizzy the Tweaker was indeed a tweaker who was...
Well, it's right in the name.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's right here.
DMG Lil Deuce.
So herein lies my question.
R.I.P. man.
He's a fan of the Bass Pro Shop, by the way. I see. So
Lil Reaper.
Yeah. So when I'm looking here at Glizzy the Tweaker, what constitutes a rapper? Because
well, I think you got to put out an album.
Well,
maybe.
Lowercase has like a song or two. Like he used to rap like locally. So if Lowercase died tomorrow in a tragic Glizzy accident, would it be like? Would he be then be like, oh my god, like local rapper Lowercase dies, or you know?
Yeah, I think it's 50-50 radio or rap for him. He's kind of
Well, Glizzy died because he was trying to rob the construction worker.
no. The construction was. Oh
No,
it's the other way around.
It's the other way around.
He was
Glizzy-
robbing the
So I
construction worker.
ask, how successful of a rapper can you be if you're literally trying to steal tools?
You're robbing tools.
So the construction guy
Shot him.
Yeah.
So I just gotta
He's trying to
ask,
pawn off those tools on a pawn shop.
you can't convince me that Glizzy the Tweaker is a real. Oh, I participated in cockfighting once in Thailand, or not Thailand, but Bali. So if I die, it wouldn't be Sook the cockfighter.
Professional cockfighter.
Yeah,
Jason
like-
Suchanek dead.
You know,
I kind of think it has a ring to it.
Jay the cockfighter dead at 48. I don't think that encompasses. So Glizzy the Tweaker, I'm not certain that he's a rapper.
If you die, I'm writing your obituary. It says Jay the cockfighter.
0-1, by the way. I need better evidence that you were a rapper.
Dude, this list is wild.
Yeah.
Like how these guys are dying. Like it's not.
I told you. If you're putting on the Deadpool, just go find your local SoundCloud rapper and bet on that guy.
Trap Glizzy.
Oh, Trap Glizzy.
Died of complications after his leg was amputated.
Ooh. Do you have the diabetes? Or?
That was like my neighbor. That's true. Why are you guys laughing? My neighbor just died.
Oh, that's sad.
He had his leg
Well,
amputated.
the fact that you put some weird
His name wasn't Trap Glizzy.
Trap Glizzy.
It was Joe the neighbor. R.I.P.
Joe Glizzy.
Occasional Talento? That's a rapper.
These aren't even real things.
That's real. This
See,
is real,
they're
guys.
not- that's my point. We have gone. This is like the porn star thing, right?
New Age Jerk Boy?
Whoa! Right after my porn star thing.
Tug of war.
Right.
He's dead.
So if you get a local gal who's dancing down at the Pirates Cove, and then like her boyfriend does a grainy footage camera like whatever of her, and then puts it out on like YouPorn, she's not a porn star. You were just a gal who had like a boyfriend film you. But if something were to happen to her, they'd be like local porn star. I feel like porn star and rapper might be the two lowest barrier of entry of any profession that we give credit to. At all.
I just like rap names. They're amazing. They're like Wi-Fi names.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Well, it's that, and nowadays people that cover sports, they'll just have a little YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And they're like part of the media.
Yeah.
Our jobs are turning into the lowest form.
You are not a YouTube influencer if you have 9 people that subscribe to you. You're not.
Dead media member, part of YouTube.
Yeah.
With 9 followers.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Lil Benzo.
Lil Benzo.
Shot and killed.
You want to pull some of their music and play it for butt music?
Yes.
Gemini, the gifted one.
I'm guessing most of these do end with gun violence.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
That would be my guess.
but there's cancer, there's it's suicide, there's fire, there's
Well, suicide again is
Dude.
probably going to involve gunfire.
heart attacks. I mean, you name it. Little Vito drank himself to death. It's just sad.
Poor little Vito.
It's tough being a rapper. We should ask Lowercase about that life.
He's probably involved in it.
I mean, he's now in sports radio, for God's sakes.
I know.
Tells you about the rap life.
Yeah, rap life is tough, apparently, man.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I think
nobody wants to be a radio producer.
No.
But he does.
Yeah.
Why? Because rap life sucks.
I'm guessing when you're in that life, you kind of have to live up to that, like, I think it is a lifestyle that you go all in. Or a lot of people that live that lifestyle want to be, like, they've seen one too many Tupac and Cardi B videos, and they're like, I can pull myself out of this.
All right, coming up next, the new key to a happy life. But first, Steven.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This update brought to you by Reynolds Defense Firm. If you've been arrested for DUI, you need a team of attorneys that can put your trust into. Call Reynolds Defense Firm today, online at reynoldsdefensefirm.com. First on The Fan, Team USA Women Hockey won the gold medal dramatic fashion today, beating Canada 2-1 in overtime. Megan Keller with the game winner. The third gold medal in women's hockey history for the United States of America. Warriors guard Stephen Curry, he had an MRI on his right knee within the past 24 hours. It came back clean, but pain and swelling have not allowed him to return to the court. He will miss tonight's game against the Celtics, and his return timetable remains unclear. Warriors 8th place in the Western Conference, 2.5 game up on the Trailblazers, who play the Nuggets tomorrow. And Shaedon Sharpe will not be playing, as he has not practiced since the All-Star break and is out, while Matisse Thybulle, who's only played in 4 games this year and none since October 29th, has practiced the last 2 days, and his status is to be determined. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver has informed the league's general managers today that the NBA plans to make anti-tanking rule changes implemented for next season. NCAA President Charlie Baker reiterated his support for a plan to expand the NCAA tournament in the near future. He said, quote, "We're still talking to the various players, and this one I said all along that I think there are some very good reasons to expand the tournament, so I would like to see it expand," end quote. Matt Norlander saying the discussions of expanding the tournament have been put on hold, and if we get any news, it won't be until mid-April. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
The home of Primetime.
Well, we're always studying why we're so miserable. And Yeah, occasionally it's like they come up with something new that's like, oh, makes sense.
It's seasonal depression creeping in.
And we don't implement it, and we go back to being miserable.
Yeah.
And then we wait for the new study.
It is shocking how many people just on a day-to-day basis are unhappy.
Yeah.
That one, that's...
Yeah, we as humans.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're a weird lot.
We really are. Because it's not always like... How do I put this? If you're living a crappy life, I get that. Like, if life is just hard, I think people better understand that one. It's the people that seemingly are doing really well. Those people that are miserable, that's the one that I always have a hard time wrapping my head around. Like, if you're around, like, you'd be like at a dinner, maybe you're, golfing somewhere, and it's like, it's kind of an expensive place, and you're like, dude, you're the most miserable people to be around. And yet, none of you have any real issues. And yet you're all still very miserable.
Well, it's some of it they can't help.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Brain chemistry.
It's a weird thing.
It's wild. Now a new study on my favorite website, studyfinds.org, is saying this is the key for adults to be happier, healthier, and less stressed.
Okay. Move to one of the Scandinavian countries.
No.
They're always number one in happiness.
That they are.
Yeah. They seem to have it figured out.
God forbid we take any cues from them.
No. The European man can't comprehend the awesomeness of us.
That's right. In a nutshell, it says that play isn't just for kids. It's playfulness, Jace.
That makes sense.
Playful adults cope better with stress, feel more positive emotions, and report higher life satisfaction.
Isn't that kind of the simplest thing in the world of don't take everything so seriously and don't be a red ass? Like, isn't that?
Well, I don't know. Playful. What does that mean?
Well,
you just, like you like to say, throw a little whimsy into your life.
Well, a lot of times my
dream a little.
Yeah. Well, are you playful with your wife?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you ever met the couple that in no way is playful, it's weird. Like I'm a very some of the BTJ's friends, I don't think quite understand the dynamic of me. I wake up with a case of the F-arounds a lot. And it's like, oh, we're gonna probably piss you off a time or two, but I'm gonna make you laugh. And once you laugh, then you can't be mad at me anymore. But the idea of just being serious all the time with your partner, because I know people like that seems like such a depressing way to go through life. It's like, well, we don't fight. Yeah, but you don't laugh either. You're just there.
Well, it doesn't have to be with your partner. It's just like life.
Yeah.
Whoever you're with, just, smile, tell a joke.
Yeah, people that don't laugh, it's kind of creepy.
It's weird.
It's the people that don't like music and you don't like comedy. Like, hey, you want to go see why would I go watch someone make me laugh? You're like, dude, you're psycho.
Yeah, it says research is showing that supporting unstructured play will help adults feel less stressed and more connected, while also normalizing playfulness in everyday family life.
Now, does that include, would golf be considered unstructured, or is that structured play?
I feel like that's not what they're talking about, because then I'd be the happiest man on earth.
Right? Well, are you happy when you're playing golf?
Oh, I love playing golf.
Right?
It's true.
So is that, but isn't that...
I don't think that's what they mean.
But isn't that a version of play?
Maybe. Yeah, it's a hobby. Is just having a hobby playfulness? I feel like playfulness is like being just kind of imaginative or creative or loose.
Yeah, baby.
I don't know. It's kind of a slippery term, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like what actually that means.
Because I do think a lot of hobbies could be considered playful.
So this says, what makes an activity playful is not its form, but the mindset behind it. Curiosity, openness, and a willingness to engage without a fixed outcome. For adults, play is often woven into hobbies and moments of exploration that sit outside of work and obligation.
Someone said that's why I take drugs. Makes you goofy. That's a valid point to that.
Well, the drink does that too.
Yes.
A couple drinks,
Yes.
you're a little looser. You're way more engaging.
100%.
You're more honest.
Yeah. Well, one of my favorite things to do, like if I don't have anything to do, I just love going to and put my elbows on a bar somewhere. And you give me a few cocktails and you give me a lively bar, I'll have a great time. I can sit with a bunch of strangers and kill an entire evening and have a great time. Again, because it's some whimsy. Talking to this person over there, talking to that person over there. All of a sudden, your bar buddy's like, Jimmy, you need a topper, and everything's great. Again, I go back to just add some whimsy into your life. And whatever it is.
Well, it also helps other people. So when you engage playfully, it helps build shared emotional resources, shaping how people interact and cope together over time. Playfulness in adults is also associated with higher emotional intelligence, including stronger ability to perceive and manage emotions in social situations. Adults who engage playfully are more empathetic, reciprocal, and positive in their interactions with others, reinforcing social connection and belonging.
Yeah. I think we all know fun people, and fun people are just better to be around.
Yeah. Well, we all also know energy vampires.
Oh, they're the worst.
And these are people that suck the life out of a room.
Yeah.
And they probably don't even know that they're like that.
Yeah.
But we all know them.
Yes. And it's exhausting to be around them.
Absolutely exhausting.
Yeah.
If people want to avoid you,
yeah.
if you get the sense that people are trying to avoid you,
yeah.
you are an energy vampire. That's what that means.
You walk into a party and everyone instantly is like,
oh god.
Oh man.
Oh god, there's Steven.
I just feel bad for people that take
and his
everything.
Cool Ranch Doritos.
See, that's
Dude,
some
those
good.
are good. Did you get some last night?
No, but I wish.
Should've.
I had some nacho cheese ones today, and those are great too. I prefer the Cool Ranch, but
Dorito puts out a quality product.
It's really delicious.
Great product.
I think that's just science.
I feel bad. I don't know when the last time I had like a potato chip was, and quite frankly, I feel like I'm missing out. Like,
yeah, you should. Potato chips are I don't eat a lot of sweets, or I try to cut down the sweets.
Yeah.
The potato chips, man, I can't be stopped. You can't stop me.
I don't think that's my fear. That's
They're
why
so
I need like just the fun size bag.
The little bag is very helpful. I will say.
Well, aren't potato chips also great because they go with something like with a sandwich? Like you don't feel as bad. You have a nice, delicious sandwich.
Yeah.
These are just little chips on the. It's an accoutrement. It's not. It's not like a big bowl of ice cream dessert. You know.
Even though it's probably
a great add-on.
I don't care.
I don't know why, but I want some sour cream and cheddar Ruffles.
Those are good.
Like
too.
that's just like it's in my head now.
Yeah.
God, I want that. Just play. Be playful.
Yeah. So the point is,
be fun.
Yeah. Just lighten up,
dude. That should be the key. I will vote for anyone.
Do you think Dan Lanning's playful with his wife?
I hope so.
Nimit goes, ew.
I get this a lot from the missus. She will often ask me, why are you like this? And that's when I know that I'm onto something. And my response is, think of how boring life would be if I wasn't like this. And she's like, yeah, valid point. And then she chuckles and I'm like, I'm off the hook. And then I run away. I told you dumb bitch. Like, if you're stalking me and your idea is to scare me, you better have a gun or a knife. Stand by that. If the BTJ is standing by a bed or a couch, she better have her head on a swivel because she's about to get Terry-tated. I can't help myself. If she's just standing there by the bed, she gets tackled every time.
Cup of feel.
Oh, 100%. And the busier she is, like that's even better. Knowing that you're getting tackled while you're trying to get ready because you're in a hurry, it makes my whole day.
I get in a defensive stance like I'm in basketball and just block.
Yeah.
Just get in a blocking position. She can't get by me.
It's just fun.
Drives her nuts. I think it's so funny.
Exactly. It's adds some whimsy to your life.
That's playful.
Yes, it's playful.
Well, I love it.
Yeah.
What we've learned here is we're all very playful. Maybe that's why we're on the radio.
I would hope so.
So be playful. God.
Lighten up, everybody.
You losers.
Lighten up, Francis.
All right, we'll wrap it up next on The Fan.
You're a freaking bitch.
Joey Harrington tomorrow. We've got Andrew Nemec coming up next. He was just in here being all Nemec-y.
What exactly does that mean?
Well, he's just Nemec.
I think we know what it means.
Yeah, everybody. If you know him, you know.
You know.
If you know, you know.
Yeah. You know, you know.
He's coming up next with his big show.
He's a really big show.
He'll probably be pretty Nemec-y on that, too.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably going to talk about Kurt Signetti, I guess.
He's a bitch. I gotta go home and deal with a pipe. I got a broken pipe.
I know.
I got plumbing problems. Take that for what it's worth.
That sucks.
Yes.
My kid just went through that. It's no good. $25,000 later.
Thanks. It's really exciting.
Yeah, you enjoy that. I can tell you exactly what I'm going to do.
You gonna go tear into some drywall, are you?
No, I'm going to sit on the couch. Probably have a little whiskey. Try to find a college basketball game that I want to watch.
Good for you.
Although it's Thursday night, so I probably won't find that. You know what? Maybe I'm going to listen to the Andrew Nemec show. That's what I'm going to do.
Olympics.
We are back tomorrow. 3-7 Fan. Good night.
Friendships of Spain. Friendships of